bunkie is made. We take our safety really seriously, so safety glasses on for the factory portion of the tour. This is the start of the bunkie journey. The wood comes into the factory, and the first stop is that it runs through our state-of-the-art molder. Now this is what gives it that awesome double tongue and groove on each board. We're pretty particular about the wood that gets to run through our molder. So it has to have a very specific moisture content, and it is premium grade spruce. When the wood is finished with the molder, it moves over to this side of the factory where it's going to run through and be given our proprietary S-groove notch. So this is what allows the boards to interlock together. Now, this isn't a machine that you can just buy. So we had to have this completely custom made so that we can make the boards with the best interlocking corners. At this station, all the boards are cut to length. Now, that is done using our cross-cut optimizing saw. This saw means that you will have precision lengths of all the boards in your kit. In order to make the roof beams so that they slot in beautifully to your gable ends on your bunkie, again, we had to custom make machinery to do this. So this is our custom made beam machine. It's gonna take the boards and it's gonna help us to laminate them together and notch them and groove them so that they will fit perfectly into your gable ends. Over here is where we assemble all the doors. Now the doors and windows for your bunkie we make in-house out of wood, perfectly to match your bunkie. So this is our door station here, and you can see one of our doors being set up and ready for a bunkie. We hand make all the gables for the bunkies with notches cut out so that your roof beams will slide right into. All of the pieces for our windows and doors get made in this section here before they move over to our window assembly section. Behind me here is our window assembly section. This is where all of the components get put together to form the beautiful windows for your bunkie. They come standard with screens built in. They have beautiful black hinges and awesome black hardware. And this is where we pack the bunkies, ready to send to your door. Every single bunkie is given a batch number. And believe it or not, every layer of every bunkie is photographed for quality control so that we can ensure that there are no missing parts. Thanks so much for coming along for a tour with us of our factory here in Rockwood, Ontario. We are so excited to make your bunkie for your family.
Did you know that Bunkie Life offers financing for both our American and Canadian clients? You can finance your bunkie now and just pay small, low monthly payments. So head to bunkielife.com/financing for more details about how to finance your bunkie today.
And how did the build process go once you had the foundations done to the actual cottage? How did that process go?
I had my father help me, and my father's 84.
Wow.
So it was he and I, and we had all the walls up in like 6 hours. It was.
Oh, wow.
The only challenging part for me was I was too stubborn to ask for help for the beams. I tried to lift them myself, but just couldn't do it. But once I got to help with the beams, like with our kids here, it only took us about 15 minutes to get the 6 beams into place.
You can easily do it. It's not a strenuous process. I would say make sure you prepare with the base, and you want to make sure you got a good base for your conditions, and then you also need to plan for the exterior roofing. And we put a metal roof on it, which wasn't a big deal, but you need to plan to do that as well, and obviously you want to do that sooner than later than when you're doing the build. So no, but yeah, you can do it. It's not an issue.
Oh, don't hesitate. It's it's just getting started. Just get that foundation done, get that first platform level and square, and then really anybody can do it with very limited ability. If you're not a carpenter or not a handyman kind of guy, a couple of people can do it easily.
We all do our own stuff. My grandfather was a contractor, so my uncle was in the construction business for a long time. They were all very impressed with, how quick it went together and how easy it went together. And and that was really, I can't say enough of how easy that project was to build it yourself and stick build it. And if you factor in the time cutting and doing all that, I mean, it's great value.
It's all there. The instructions are all there. You can see it on paper. You can see it on video. We didn't need to call you for anything, but that's an option as well if you need that.
And I ended up buying the 2 havens with lofts, 3 bathrooms, and a chalet. So I've kind of started a little village back here. My neighbors are quite curious about it all, but they're really good about it. So
Yeah.
So it's been really fun trying to get it all set up.
And I definitely recommend Bunkie Life to anybody interested in building this sort of building, to as a complement to what they already have. And it was a great process, great experience. We're very happy.
So we're here at the Ronald McDonald House in Hamilton, Ontario, and we're super excited to surprise them with this huge novelty check. We just rolled into Ronald McDonald House in Ottawa. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hey Bunkie Lifers, I'm on a train. I'm heading to Ottawa and I've got a huge novelty check. What's it for? Find out. So we're here at Ronald McDonald House in Ottawa. It's my first time actually physically being here. It's been a pleasure to support them for years, but it's the first time I get to meet everyone and finally shake some hands. Hello, this is David Fraser from Bunkie Life. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You too.
Oh, this is... Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we just met at the beginning of COVID, and it's
It was one of those things.
It was one of those things. I feel like I know you in person, but I guess it's just been on the screen. Example of what our rooms look like. This is one of the biggest ones because it's on the end.
Yeah.
Our longest stay was 2.5 years by a family from Nunavut. If you're diagnosed with cancer, for example, you'll often stay for about 10 months just to get through all the initial treatments before you go home. It really varies.
Yeah.
We have a lot of, I would say our average stay per year is about 15 days. That takes into account the 10-month stays and then the follow-up visits for scans and blood work, and those might be only a night.
Yeah.
though, maybe 10 or 15, but it's where it's perfectly located because families can cook, parents can cook, and their kids can be playing here, and they still have a view to them without having to worry about them. And
So we're honored that we have one. Hey guys, I brought you this huge novelty check.
oh,
Check it out.
Oh my gosh!
There you go.
David, this is incredible!
This is from all the Bunkie Life communities, and so this is our gift to you.
Thank you so much. You have supported us since the beginning, and you've always been so generous. And this is incredible. This
Well,
is
it's
much
not just
more.
us, it's the whole Bunkie Life team, the whole community, all of our clients and everybody coming together. So
Well, huge thank you to the Bunkie Life team. Huge thank you to all your clients. We are so grateful, and we're looking forward to putting this to work to help serve families.
We are honored, thrilled, just delighted, and so excited about the gift from Bunkie Life this year. The company's doing so well, and you guys have been so generous and have kept us along with you for the whole ride. And we're really, it's a privilege to work here. It's a privilege to serve these families, and we feel so privileged to receive this incredible gift from Bunkie Life.
hey, so it's David and Carrie. We're excited to be here in front of the Ronald McDonald House in Hamilton, Ontario. We got our big novelty check, and we're excited to surprise them. Hello, how are you?
Portion of the year, I'd say from January right through till late summer, we had a wait list of about 7 families every single day. A soundproof recording studio.
Oh, no way.
And there's a video capture machine there. Every video game console we have, obviously the pool table and things like that, we've got all.
Hey guys, I just wanted to drop off this comically huge check to Ronald McDonald House here in Hamilton. So this is from the Bunkie Life community, all of us to you.
Wow, that's awesome. Guys, I can't tell you how much this means to our families. This check alone is probably going to put up, essentially cover 2 rooms in our house. And what that means is essentially 2 families that come in here that don't know how long they're going to stay, don't know how they're going to afford to kind of manage life with a sick child. We'll probably know now that Bunkie Life's kind of got their back, and they're allowed to stay here for as long as they need to.
Hi, I'm Mario Denavides. I'm the CEO of Ronald McDonald House for South Central Ontario. We're here located in Hamilton, but we serve the community of South Central Ontario. So that's the Niagara region, Halton region, Hamilton, KW, Guelph, and Brantford, and any other outliers that will need our services. Essentially, we're a home away from home for families. So I try to tell people to imagine what it would be like to have a sick child that needed treatment at a specialized children's hospital. That would require mom and dad to commute. And I know many Ontarians know the feeling of commuting for work. I question how many know the feeling of commuting to be with their child. To us, we just got an incredible check today for $16,500. That pays for nearly 2 years of stay for a family in our house. Aside from the financial side, Bunkie Life also cared about the well-being of our families. We are talking about building bunkies amongst our beautiful home here. Again, they understand families, they understand children, and they value it. So to the Bunkie Life family, on behalf of all of our families at RMHC SCO, I thank you so much for keeping families close.
This is kind of one of the first years that we've been able to come in person to donate because, you know, with COVID and especially being around, you know, families that are seeing sick children, things are pretty strict in all the houses. So, you know, this year we've been able to come and donate in person and get tours of the houses, and it's truly remarkable to see the amount of thought and effort that goes into making every space in the house family oriented. You know, their sole purpose of helping families stay together just shines through in every aspect of it. You think about donating and you're like, oh yeah, you know, I would want help if I were in that situation. But when you see it live in person and you see the people that are being benefited from it, you're just like, what more can we do? How can we help more?
Yeah, and the impression you get too from everybody that works, either the volunteers or the actual people on staff, is like they're really here because they love helping families, which is really inspiring, I think, because you know, you can tell it's not just a job for these people, which is great. And every decision they make is based around how can we make this better for families? How can we make this more comfortable? How can we make this just, you know, I guess a harbor in a storm, which is what the families that are staying here are going through. And so I'm inspired even more so than I was when we started. So really excited to see the Ottawa chapter, the Hamilton chapter. I'm sure we'll see more as we go. Did you know that we have financing options for your Bunkie for both Canadian and American clients? You can finance a Bunkie now and have monthly payments as low as $152 a month.
Let me go!
Just go to bunkielife.com/financing for more information on how you can finance your Bunkie today. Hey, I'm David Fraser. I'm the founder of Bunkie Life, and I'm super excited to take you on a virtual tour of our factory. We started here in 2021. And I'm super excited to show you how the world's best Bunkie is made right here in Rockwood, Ontario. All right, so the whole journey through the Bunkie Life factory begins here, where wood comes in these giant doors and are then deposited here to be ready to run through our custom molder. So we buy premium J-grade spruce, and that's for the following reasons. It's the best in terms of straightness, in terms of aesthetically looking great, and in terms of being the strongest. So we buy premium J-grade spruce that's then run through our molder. This is what puts the double tongue and groove on all of the boards. We can also run our floorboards through here as well, and our roof beams. So the output of this molder is a fully molded piece that is then stacked in piles here, ready to be run through our custom notching machine. Now, if you follow me, I can show you that machine. We'll load it up here, and then each individual piece is run through this custom notching machine. Now, we had to have this made just for us by a custom manufacturing company in Toronto, and we actually patented the whole process. So this machine will run the tongue and the groove notches in, as well as our special S-groove process, which is what makes a Bunkie Life Bunkie so unique and has the corners locked together so precisely and yet still very easy to build. That means even the average homeowner, someone without a whole lot of technical ability, can put a Bunkie Life kit together with their friends and family in just a couple of days. And after the pieces exit this machine, they then go here, ready to be packed in the kit. Another thing to point out about this room while we're in it is that all of the outputs of these machines, all their sawdust is vacuumed up in a really, really precise way that allows us to keep clean, and it gets sucked up through this overhead ventilation, through our huge dust collector device, and then it is outputted into a large sea canister that fills up about once every day or two, and that is donated to local horse farms in the area to use as bedding for the animal. All right, I'm sure you're wondering to yourself, how do they cut the boards so precisely to the exact same length every single time without wasting wood? Well, we use the optimizing crosscut saw. This long machine here can take tons of boards and cut them to the precise length every single time while minimizing waste. So this optimizing crosscut saw is what we use to cut our roof beams, our floorboards, our pickets for the loft, and anything where it needs a precise cut and needs to be quick and efficient. Now the output of this crosscut saw is super interesting. So you'll notice here there's kind of 3 little stations. So this can put, like, say 4-foot lengths out here, 6-foot lengths out here, and then tiny pieces out there. And anything that's not utilized can actually be quickly put into our waste bin there. We donate the sawdust we donate to local horse farmers, and the extra pieces we donate to people at the road. So there's really no waste from our factory at all. But anything that's not fully to length will get donated, and the rest of it is outputted really, really quickly and efficiently in these 3 little stations. Now, one thing about Bunkie Life bunkies is we need them to make sure they're safe all year round for our families that are staying in them. So a big part about Bunkie Life bunkies is that all the roof beams are engineered to Northern Ontario snow loads, and that means your family's going to be safe even if you're in there in the dead of winter. So one thing you'll notice about our roof beams is they are big and beefy. This isn't even our biggest one, but they're large, and so they need to be really precision straight, and they need to be perfectly notched for you so that you can put them in easily, but at the same time they're nice and strong. So that's where our custom-made beam machine, we call it, comes in. So we'll take 2x10s, or in some cases 2x12s. We'll get loaded in here. This is a hydraulic press that clamps it perfectly straight, and from there we can nail them together to get, in some cases, a triple ply roof beam. This little saw will help us make our notches, and this one fully makes perfect, precise notches towards the end. So this system here we had to custom make for ourselves and our needs, and it allows us to create all the roof beams for all of our production. But just one person can do it relatively quickly, relatively efficiently, but straight as an arrow, and to full Ontario Building Code specifications. All right, so the station behind me is where we assemble the final assembly of all of our windows. There's a lot of different processes that go together to make the window frames. We custom build them right here, and then we also insert the double glazed argon-filled inserts. So there's weather stripping that will be installed as the bunkie goes in, weather sealant, as well as the custom frame. Now, our Bunkie Life windows need to be custom made for our Bunkie Life products, because this whole window set here is going to be perfectly fitted in between your Bunkie Life walls. And so the whole kit is a system that's made to go together. So this particular window, I think, is for a loft in a haven. And you'll notice that it all comes with the screens pre-installed. That's done right here at the station as well. We include these mullions, or grills, or whatever you call them. They're optional. They'll come standard in every kit, but you can unscrew them if you don't like the look and you prefer more the modern window look. And then the frames include the hardware, with the exception of the handle. You'll install that on site, but the rest of it comes exactly like this, flat packed, which I'll show you later in the packing process. All right, so this part of the factory is where the shapers and molders exist to help create the perfect frames that are going to go further back for final window assembly. So you notice each machine has its own dust collection to make sure everything's nice and clean, and there's also a frame over here to clamp and glue the frames together, and eventually they'll go to window final assembly or over there to door final assembly. All right, so this is the station where we're making 2 doors at a time. This is a final door ready to be packed. So you'll notice that there is the glass, which is double glazed, thermal glass, as well as the mullions. And this whole process is done by usually 1 or 2 people every day. And we're making out just doors just in time to pack them over there at the packing station, much like the windows. All right, so this station is where we make all our gables. The gables is the triangle piece that's going to go right on the top that the roof's going to connect with on either end of the bunkie. And so we want to make sure that experience is just as easy as possible for our clients. And so we cut all the angles for them. We cut out the notch where the roof beam is ultimately going to get locked in. And we actually test each roof beam with each notch to make sure it's the right fit, so that when you're installing your bunkie and you've got your friends and family there and you're struggling with it up the ladder, that it's a nice, easy final process. And so this allows a perfect fit every single time with all the angles cut for you. So all you got to do is assemble. All right, so here's where we normally would be packing 2 bunkies at a time. We pack between 2 and 6 bunkies every single day. And this is the location where it happens. Now, these Bunkie Life kits are super easy to build. In fact, we've had teams of 50-year-old ladies build them together. We've had grandparents build with their grandkids. And it's super easy to do unless you're missing one piece, in which case you can't finish and you're calling me and you're yelling. So we've incorporated a 3-part cannot fail packing process that I want to show you to make sure that you get every single piece in great condition. All right, so the process of our packing begins here with our Kanban card system. You'll notice here there is a series of cards. Now, every single piece that goes into every single kit has its own card. And every bunkie we make has its own set of cards that are specific to that bunkie. This card here has a picture of this piece, and you'll notice there's a diagram, there's measurements, that sort of thing. Where's the bunkie part made in the factory, and all the detailed specs about it. When you grab that piece and you pack it, you then flip the card around, put it back on the rack, and it should be white. So a fully packed bunkie is going to look like a fully white board to ensure we haven't missed anything, so that when you get your kit, all your friends, all your family there ready to build, you can rest assured that all the pieces are going to get to you. The second step of our cannot fail packing process is that every bunkie package has a plan. So you'll notice here that we're not just randomly throwing parts on a pallet. We've got a game plan. This is step 1, step 2, and it all has a very visual representation for our packers as we pack. And that ensures that every single stage is followed and every single piece is included. And then as we're packing, we're taking a photo of every single layer and storing that away so that in the event something is misplaced, we can reference it and look and go, oh, actually the piece was packed, sir. This is what you're looking for. We can circle it and it's all there for you. The third part to make sure that we've got full accountability is that every single piece as it's packed is initialed by the packer, so that we will know if somebody didn't do their job, we will know right away, and we can trace it back to the source to make sure that everyone has got their piece. Now, the importance of this is that people have a limited amount of time to build these. They've gotten all the troops together for the weekend to build, and we want to make sure that they're going to be able to complete it and that there's nothing getting in their way. So missing pieces are basically non-existent. We've shipped out 1,000 Bunkie Life kits in the past year roughly with 0 missed pieces. So that's how we ensure by following that 3-step cannot fail pack process. Well, that's a wrap on the factory tour experience. In a nutshell, wood comes in, goes through different processes of quality control and processing to make sure that it's perfect so that anybody can gather their friends and their family together to build this thing and create extra space for meaningful connection. The real takeaway I want you to have is that we've taken a lot of time to make sure that every process we take our Bunkie Life kits through is designed around making it as easy as possible for you and your family to really do this together. The Bunkie build process is a real fun family bonding time, provided that it's easy and you're well supported. So in addition to everything we do here at the factory, we also make sure that you've got a great build video, a great set of manuals, and you can ensure that you're going to have support. If you need us on the phone, we're available even on a Saturday, so that you can get from beginning to middle to a fully finished people in front of the bunkie, able to use it and to enjoy that extra space for meaningful connection, because that's ultimately why we do all the things here. It's so that you and your family have a great experience and have a place to share those memories together for a lifetime. Thanks for taking the time to watch this factory video, and I look forward to helping your family create extra space for meaningful connection. if someone was inquiring about just the overall experience with Bunkie Life, they're like, hey, how did Bunkie Life treat you, or how did the whole experience go with Bunkie Life? What would you say to them?
It's been fantastic. I go back to all of what we did with the personal visit, the personal tour. There's always follow up. It's top notch.
It was awesome work with you guys. Like the ordering process was so simple and easy in that, and the contact for delivery date was just right on the button and that. Like he said, it's going to be here this time. It was here this time, and that it was so easy. The communication back and forth was just perfect.
First of all, the product's top notch. It's fantastic. It's great. Everybody loves it. But it's a great company, and you feel like you're somebody throughout the whole process, and you're not just some address where you're dropping something off and hope everything goes well. So.
It was probably one of the easiest things I've bought. It was just a matter of choosing what I wanted and making up my mind, and then getting a hold of the guys down there at the factory. And they were really good, because I was having trouble deciding which way to go. Do I do this or do I do that? And Bryn was really good, and Stacy was really good about giving me some, what other people are doing and what they suggest, for what I'm thinking of doing. So that part was real easy. Once I decided what I wanted to do, they made it happen real quick, and it was a seamless process. Shipping was right when I needed it. I mean, I needed to get it in. I wanted to have early spring, and I got it. Shipping is here right when I needed it. So it was just a matter of me then getting the thing done.
Well, you know what? It was a great experience to actually build one of your kits. And I think the ease of construction and the speed at which we were able to do it. I believe I've sent pictures to you. I think it's the stain it just popped, right? It looks really sharp.
Let me give you a tour of the ultimate affordable getaway tiny cabin. This is the Haven Ultra by Bunkie Life. I've got a little gas fire table right there, an LP fire table that is nice, but I'm not going to sit outside with it right now, even with a fire. It's cold. So let's go inside where it's not cold. All right. So yeah, here's what we have. Just our living space from left to right here. We've got a kitchenette with our essentials, like wine glasses, and full tankless water heater. All of our plumbing is on the inside of the bunkie, and then all of the electrical is in this conduit. And then our fixtures are mounted to little boxes. I think you can see that, the junction boxes. And we're using mini splits to keep it warm. They're very efficient, and they're good, probably to about negative 14 or so, and then after that they start having issues. Yeah, we've got our little table that folds up there, and our Bunkie Life book. And I burned the floors with a blowtorch before we put them in to make them look really cool. So it's a very high ceiling downstairs. I can't reach it, not even close. So upstairs is our sleeping space. And we have a king-size bed in this little cabin. It's actually 2 twins with a 4-inch memory foam topper. And I've got mini split up, mini split down, so that it's going to be super comfortable all the time. Obviously heat rises and cold goes down. And then there's plenty of room to walk around up here. I'm 5'7", and that's about as high as I can reach flat-footed. So it's pretty nice. Go back downstairs here. It is insulated a little bit. We've got 1.5 inch insulation above the ceiling, which is also the roof decking underneath our metal roof. And we've got the same 1.5 inch XPS insulation. It's the foam stuff that's down below the floor as well. And we did the same thing in the bathroom, which is over here. It also has a mini split in it. They're super efficient. They're great. Got a composting toilet, and any of my plumbing is done inside the bunkie with copper in this case and some PEX. Just as long as you keep it inside so it doesn't freeze. And there's my mini split there. My instructions for the composting toilet. All right, so this is my Airbnb setup with Bunkie Life stuff. Hope you guys enjoy it.
How is it done? Like, have you got bookings? Like, what's happened?
The actual like bunkie kit itself, that would have been paid off in like a month.
Okay, so for this summer, what we're going to do, we're going to bring that level of accommodations up to 80-90%.
So last year I got about 8 bookings, and then the year before that was our first year. We got around 12.
We built a 16 by 20 cabin. It was probably $60,000 in materials and 6 months of busting our butts. My all-in price is under $30,000 US, really close to about 25. Right. And that's with the bathroom bunkie, that's with plumbing and wiring and the whole 9 yards. I grossed $700 more on this bunkie than I did on what would be a over $100,000 cabin 300 yards away.
What other 2 pieces of advice would you give? Top 3 pieces of advice?
Like, I would say the pictures is like the most important part. I mean, that's the only way you're going to get people to come in. It's the only way that they get to see what they're getting. So don't cheap out on taking pictures.
I think investing in more of the actual marketing side of it and the visual, probably editing the description a little bit more. Like, I'm just learning every year how to tweak things, probably looking at people like your bunkie, replicating it in a way and just applying it to our own situation.
You know, I mean, a building's a building until you put your own flavor into the building. And I think that's what a lot of my guests really like and appreciate.
And of course, you put those East Coast colors on every bunkie.
Yeah, these colors actually were collaboration between Benjamin Moore and the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. So those colors are what they consider the historical colors.
Like review every guest that comes in, and then they're going to be way more likely to write one up for you too, because they want to see what they got.
Anytime you're doing a small square footage Airbnb, spend $1,000, $2,000, maybe even spend $7,000 on outdoor living space stuff and a hot tub, and don't bother going on grid, but get a propane hot tub. When you're talking about small square footage vacation rental, it's all about the outdoor space. They want that outdoor propane heater, they want the fire pit, they want the fire table, they want the hot tub. Give them that. That's way cheaper than putting in, a septic system.
I mean, if people are going to stay there, they have to have entertainment. So like we put in a miniature library. I made sure to put in like short stories, lots of like games, so cards, board games.
I think that human touch, that knowing that you are there when they need you, and that they're not just on limbo and having to go through booking like the online travel agent and be on hold forever. They got somebody they know they can contact.
I tend to go for the lower range of things.
Yeah.
So what I realize is we need to lower our Airbnb a little bit, but then where they get you is on the cleaning fees.
As far as what I've actually got it priced at right now, I'm at $62 a night plus a $40 cleaning fee at the bunkie, and the bunkie is booked out better. Probably because people are going in and looking like cheapest price and they click it.
We tell people that it's easier than building IKEA furniture.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah.
I tell people my 10-year-old grandchild could easily be the superintendent and read the drawings and tell adults what to do. It's as simple as Lego.
Well, folks, we're getting really close to the time. I'm going to start in a minute or two. I want to correct a few things from the chat. I've been watching the chat for the next little bit. First and foremost, we have not contacted the winner. We will not contact the winner until we first announce it live. We've drawn the winner, or the winners, I should say. There's one winner from Canada, one winner from America. I sealed it up in this envelope here. potential winners. I guess there's a legal reason I have to write potential winners, but the winners are sealed in here, and that will be revealed in due time. But we haven't announced it yet. We're not going to call the winner. We're going to email the winner, unless we have their phone number. But most people, we don't have their phone number, so that's what's going to happen. I'll explain all that, of course, as the live stream progresses. People have been asking how many people entered. I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot this year. Of course, we are offering the chance to enter to pretty much everybody in Canada and the USA, so a lot more people could enter this year. All right, so people are saying from Las Vegas, welcome. People are from Southwest LA. This is fantastic. And I'm going to play a little song to get us kicked off, and let's get her done.
Be my soap and I'll be your bubble. You give me love and I'll give you double. I can fly when I'm with you. You'll be my eggs and I'll be your bacon. I'll make the dough if you'll do the baking. I can fly when I'm with you. Woo! I spend so much time just waiting for love. I just don't want to wait with you. You are the girl that I've been dreaming of. Pinch me, baby, 'cause I need to know it's true. Oh! Be my peas and I'll be your carrots. I'll buy you a ring if you promise to wear it. I can fly when I'm with. I'll be your prince, you'll be my princess. Pass you a note and we'll hold hands at recess. I can fly when I'm with you. Woo! Spend so much time just waiting for love. I just don't want to wait with you. You are the girl that I've been dreaming of. Pinch me, baby, 'cause I need to know it's you. Oh! Be my peas and I'll be your carrot. I'll buy you a ring if you promise to wear it. I can fly when I can fly night. Can fly when I'm with you.
We're giving away 2 bunkies. Stick around. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabin kits called bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without needing any special skills, tools, or second mortgages. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie, but if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really, what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection. Having a bunkie is just part of that journey.
Mary just mentioned Bunkie Life family, and I really feel like something like this and just the whole experience is we did more than just buy a bunkie.
It's not just about the space, but what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with friends and family. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase. Our family realized this when we were going through a tough time. We needed our family beside us. We had created that extra space with our own bunkie in our own backyard, and we realized how truly important it is to have the whole family together. Bunkie Life is the market leader in educational videos and content as we pioneer this growing industry. Our goal is to be the go-to source for fun, friendly, and helpful advice for families, whether they buy from us or not. our core offering is an easy to build or built for you Bunkie kit. This helps our clients quickly and easily create extra space without any building experience. We're proudly a Canadian-made family business right here in Ontario. Our Bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming to visit or not, being for each other or not. The reason we do this is we believe family comes first. And when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've partnered with Ronald McDonald House Charities in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to help build a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. We've committed to donating a night's stay at a Ronald McDonald House for every Bunkie we sell. Hey guys, I brought you this huge novelty check.
Oh,
Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
David, this is incredible.
And as of 2026, our team and our Bunkie Life community have been proud to have donated over $300,000.
I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I can't wait to hear from you. Okay, if you would be so inclined, I would super appreciate it. Share that. There's a share button somewhere around your video where you're streaming currently. That'd be fantastic if you could share it. Spread some love. We're meeting lots of people all across the nation. All right, let's do it. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about the winner. We have two winners. They're sealed in this envelope. Okay, but if you could bear with me, I'm going to talk a little bit about what Bunkie Life's all about. I'll explain exactly what the prize is. And then I've prepared a very special emotional support video for everybody that doesn't win. Okay, so not you, but for everyone else. Okay, that's what this is for. So that's our agenda tonight. It should be short. It should be sweet. I am giving away, I guess $25,000, so $50,000 worth of Bunkie. So is it fair to just hear me out just for like a brief minute here? Is that fair? Okay, awesome. Well, before we get to that, I am going to just say thank you for everyone who participated in the contest. Thank you for all of our team members that made it all happen. Honestly, it's been it's been the best one ever by a good stretch. So thanks for participating. Let's get right down to it, okay? So, and I'll explain, of course, how the contest works and all that stuff just one more time because I think it'll be useful. Okay. So first of all, the Epic Winner Sale is on right now. So that's the end of the contest. For those of you who don't win, we're going to be selling Bunkies too. We don't just give them away professionally. We also sell them. So, and that sale is going to be on from basically now until February 12th at midnight. If you take part in the Epic Winner Sale, I can guarantee a few things. You'll get in the queue, right, for spring, summer, or fall. You'll avoid delays, possible tariffs, possible pricing increases. The world's a chaotic place, but you'll avoid all that because you'll be in the line. You'll save big on all of our kits. It's always the best sale price of the entire year. So I'm not going to push this out the whole night, but bunkielife.com/sale. You know who you are. You know your family. You know you need this. So that's for you if you don't win. Okay, so I will not belabor the point. I want to go right into a quick little presentation on who we are, what we do, and all that. So Bunkie Life. Let's talk a little bit about it. Who are these crazy people from Canada giving away bunkies on the internet? The Bunkie Life story is all about extra space for a meaningful connection. We're a family business. We're the Frasers, and Bunkie Life is a family-led business. Our headquarters and manufacturing is located in Rockwood, Ontario, Canada, which is about an hour outside of Toronto, or about 2 hours from Buffalo, maybe 3 hours from Detroit. Some things we're proud of. We're proud to have been featured on CBC's Dragon's Den, The Globe and Mail, CTV News, Canadian House and Home, HGTV, City TV, and of course, you might recognize us from our episode of Dragon's Den, which is kind of like the Canadian version of Shark Tank.
Ding!
The Bunkie. Small log cabin kits.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yes, and you don't need permits to build these.
We'll get there. So small log cabin kits called Bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without needing a permit or a second mortgage. Most clients find they can put a kit together with just a few days of family bonding. I'm also the proud author of the Bunkie Life book, which is a way to create space for more time and connection with your family. It's a how-to guide, as well as the Bunkie Life connection cards. As I mentioned before, we are the first ever Bunkie factory in North America. And I'm really proud of our Bunkie Life team. We've grown into a very competent, capable group of human beings spread out across Canada, the UK, America, and we even have someone in Brazil. So we've raised over $300,000 for Ronald McDonald House charities, which we're very proud of. But ultimately, what we're most proud of is the success of our Bunkie Life clients. Families like this, people like Peter.
Peter, why are you building a cabin on a mountain?
2 years ago, my daughter got married, and she was having a hard time finding housing. Young people these days don't have a lot of choices, so we decided we'd give her our house. She liked it, she grew up there, so after we gave her our house, we decided to move to Maine, because we could move anywhere we wanted to. So we moved up here next to Acadian National Park, and I started missing the cabin that we used to have. When we moved to Maine, we sold that cabin, so I've been thinking about getting a cabin, and then one day I saw an ad on the internet, mountaintop for sale. I thought, that can't be true. A mountaintop for sale? 10 acres on a mountaintop for sale. So I went and looked at it. My wife and I looked at it last year. It had been on the market for quite some time, and I didn't know why nobody had snapped it up, because it's a beautiful spot, a beautiful view, and what a great place to build a cabin. So then we started looking to do a cabin, and we found Bunkie Life as we compared other models, but Bunkie Life was the one that seemed really easy to build, and I'm not a construction guy or a contractor, so I said, this is something I can do myself with limited carpentry skills. It's just like putting together Lincoln logs or Lego, and I found that it's very easy. I've already done this cabin by myself. Yeah, looking forward to the end when I have the whole thing done and I can just sit here and look at the view.
So how did Bunkie Life start? Well, great things have small beginnings, and our family ran out of space. We live in the country about an hour or two outside of Toronto, and my family lived about 3 hours away. Carrie's family lived about 3 hours away, and we had our first daughter, Evie, and I started getting texts from my mom. David, I want to come visit the grandkids, but there's nowhere to sleep. I can't sleep on the couch anymore, David. I can't do this. And so we looked into different options and stumbled upon the idea of a bunkie. So in 2015, here's a picture of me, my father-in-law, and my father, and Carrie was helping us out, and we built our very first bunkie. And being a bit of an insane entrepreneur, I started renting it out on Airbnb, and it just took off. People love staying in the bunkies. I built 3 more, and then in 2017, I started thinking, well, if it's helped our family, maybe it could help other families too. And so Bunkie Life was officially born in 2017. Now, our motto has always been family first. And here's who we help. Our clients are often busy, hardworking small business owners and professionals. They often own a family cottage, vacation house, or just they need extra space in their backyard. This is a great example. This is some photos that Mark McNeil sent in. He told us the McNeil clan has grown from 5 to 9 and will be 10 by spring. This means we need more sleeping options at our cottage. After comparing a few options, Bunkie Life was the obvious choice. It has been a wonderful summer building project. So you can see the multi-generational building project there. Really, what we are is problem solvers. Our clients come to us with really 3 layers of problems. First and foremost, they need space. Their family escape has become a struggle. Who's going to get to come? Who's not going to get to come? So friends and family are cramped and everyone's embarrassed due to the lack of space. People don't visit or cut their visits short due to the lack of space and the lack of privacy. And people are overwhelmed by information. There's convoluted rules and regulations about a new build. Should we renovate? How do we navigate permits? Limited time to plan these renovations, so most people surrender and do nothing. But here's the thing, time is of the essence. there's not enough time with the people who matter most. Maybe next summer can very quickly become, we never actually did. All right, here's a quick little pop quiz, folks. And some of you may know the answer to this, so if you know the answer, please don't type it in, okay? But for the people that don't know the answer, here's a little pop quiz, okay? It's a multiple choice question, should be pretty simple. The question is this. By the time your kids or grandkids reach age 18, you will have spent how much of the total time you'll ever get with them? I'm going to say it one more time. By the time your kids or grandkids reach age 18, you will have spent how much of the total time you'll ever get with them? I want you to answer in the chat, folks. Is it A, 25% of the time you've spent? Or is it B, 50% of the time? C, 75% of the time? Or is it D, by the time your kids reach age 18, you'll have spent 90% of the time you'll ever get with them? If you think it's 25%, type A. If you think it's 50%, type B. If you think it's 75%, type C. And if you think it's 90%, type D. Got a lot of people guessing. I got A's, D's. I see everybody. Really good, really good. Appreciate it very much. Lots of people typing stuff in. Well, there's way more than I can read, but that's awesome. All right. Here's the answer. By the time your kids turn 18, they will have spent over 90% of the time they will ever spend with you. Now, what's the point of that? My message is that time is short. We don't have forever. Spend time with the ones who matter most. Don't live in regret. Now, my final question is, if I could show you just one way to get a few of those moments back, if you could build some of those memories while you actually build something together, and if that something would allow you to maximize those few precious moments, would it make sense to hear me out? This is for the people who like visual lessons. This bag of Skittles represents all the time you'll ever get with your kids. By the time they're 18, you've used all of the Skittles. Except 2, maybe 3. The goal of Bunkie Life is to put a few more of these back in the jar. Time is of the essence, folks. And that's why we're all about creating solutions. Solutions for families like Michelle's.
So I would say this Bunkie has transformed our lives. I'm not exaggerating. You know, because my children now, and I have older children, young adults, teenagers, and they feel comfortable because we don't have basements in California. They have a place to go with their friends, and it's just, you know, private, and it's extremely soundproof. I was surprised about that. And so they play their Xbox, PlayStation, they have movie nights, game nights. For my own self, I've got 3 dogs, and now I can go out there and I take my conference calls without the craziness of worrying about the dogs, you know, people barking at the door. And it really does feel like a little bit of Canada, the way that we've, you know, left the natural wood inside. So I'm originally from Canada, and it just makes me feel like a bit of home's here as well.
All right, so our solution is 3-pronged. We got really, first and foremost, education. So things like these live streams. We want people to understand their options. We want to help people through learning and planning process. We want to help people with outfitting their space. And really, Bunkie Life is that at all. We're best known, of course, for our easy-to-build kit. A fun project for the entire family. Beautiful on the inside and the out. They build usually in a weekend, and no permits needed in a lot of areas across North America. The prices range from about $6,000 to $25,000, and they're usable 3 seasons as is, or you can insulate them to extend the seasonality. And when I say easy to build, this is what I'm talking about here, folks. You can see all the pieces are pre-cut, pre-measured, pre-notched for you. And so the essence here is with some pretty basic tools, hammers, drills, old guy manpower, you can too put together your own bunkie. So this is a group of friends with absolutely zero experience putting together their own bunkie. They got this thing done in about, I think it was 10 hours. Now, many hands make light work in this type of scenario, but they had a lot of fun doing it. You might also be wondering, how do the windows and the doors go in? Well, let me show you that too while we're here. They just slide right in. They're custom made to fit around the walls, and the exact same concept applies to the doors as well. If you don't have the time or the inclination, you can also hire builders. We have got lots of contacts to assist with your install across North America. We can provide tips and tricks so you can find an assembler locally, but ultimately, it's about more space for connecting. Creating a dedicated space for guests to call home, so you can quickly create extra space for meaningful connection. And we get these type of awesome photos and pictures and movies in from our clients every week. Now, it's not just any bunkie. There is a meaning and a mission behind what we do. Let me explain.
You mentioned the Ronald McDonald House and that its impact. What's the story there? Can you share that with us?
Yeah, so I promise there's a happy ending to this story before we get into it. So,
because I cry easily, right? Yeah.
So we've always had a dream of having a large family. And so, as I said, when we had our first daughter, we built our first bunkie, and everything went great. A couple years passed, we thought, let's try for another kid, and we ended up losing 2 babies around the 10-week mark. And then we had our second daughter, Hope. And
love the name.
A few years went by, we started trying again for baby number 3. And around the 16, 17-week mark, where we thought we were out of the woods, we ended up losing a baby on New Year's Day, 2018. And we kind of gathered our courage again. In July of that year, we lost baby number 4. And with the support of our friends and family, we started praying, how can we turn what we've gone through into something good?
Right.
And so we realized having the bunkie on our property was more than just a cool bunkie and a cool looking thing. It was a bridge for our families who live many hours away to come and stay with us and be near us when we were going through what was a very tough time. And so we realized that we had built our little Ronald McDonald House right on a hill, and we hadn't even realized it. The goal is whenever we sell a bunkie, we'll donate a night stay to a family that is going through a crisis and that can really use their support. Ronald McDonald House, their mission is keeping families close. So that's a little bit about behind the reasoning behind why we do what we do. What makes us different is ultimately about community. So we have lots of volunteer opportunities, in-person events like our open houses and our annual barbecue, things like that. We're also all about giving back with giveaways like this one, bunkie stays, donations, etc. And of course, we have an amazing community of bunkie lifers all across North America, over 2,200 people now in that group, growing stronger every week. People like Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm here to show you guys my bunkie, our bunkie. This is our little kitchen setup, more like a coffee bar, and found pretty much everything on Marketplace. Couch on Marketplace, pull out. We can accommodate some people down here. I'm going to show you the upstairs now. We've got 2 beds up here. We haven't put in a ceiling fan yet, but we still have some plans. And these beds can also be put together and made as a king. And we've got our little sun and moon that I found on Marketplace. Let's check out the bathroom. And this is our little bathroom in here. Watch your head if you're tall. I'm not. And this is a 100-year-old piece that I just stuck a little vessel sink on. You just hook it up to a bottle of water underneath, and you can wash your hands and have the gray water go right out. So if you want to do off-grid, we've got our little potty here, and that's it.
So what does working with Bunkie Life look like? We've got 3 guarantees when you work with us. Number 1, you're going to get great customer service. And I'll explain that in a second. Number 2, our easy, reasonable refund guarantee. If you got to back out of your bunkie, it's not a big deal. We'll give you all your money back, minus any credit card fees, as soon as we sell it to someone else, which is usually within a week or two. We also have our neighbors impressed guarantee. If your neighbors don't agree you have the best looking bunkie on the block, we will personally buy them a beer and tell them to get their eyes checked. What I mean by great customer services, we have build support 6 days a week. Yes, even available on Saturdays. You can phone us, you can text us, you can email us. There's excellent build videos for each specific kit. They are 45 to 90 minutes long in some cases. You can download them and watch them as many times as you need to. It'll help you through the build process. It'll get you through a jam. It'll make you look like a hero with your friends and family. Whatever happens, ultimately, we've got your back. You also get access to the Bunkie Life network. These are partner companies with trusted companion products. Things like the toilets, the wood stoves, the air conditioning units, the solar panels, all the extra cool things, the stain, all the extra things you might need to add to your bunkie if you want. We have great partnerships and recommendations there. We have builder contacts across North America, the private Bunkie Life community, which I mentioned earlier. And ultimately, when you buy into Bunkie Life, you're buying into quality. We're made in North America, Rockwood, Ontario, Canada. Everything is detailed craftsmanship and detailed manufacturing, and we've thought about designing everything that ensures that anyone can build this with their friends and family.
The labeling of the parts was incredible. So once they're sorted out, the instructions were so detailed, and they gave you little hints about how to do things. And I think the other thing that made it easy was how accurate all the cuts were. You don't have to worry about shaving things down. I have friends on the lake who had bought other sorts of prefab bunkies, and it was a nightmare, right? They had to have, no end of tools to try to get things to fit, but everything here fit perfectly.
All right, we're going to announce the winner of the contest very shortly, but I want to talk to you about next steps if you want to work with us. First thing, of course, you want to start with learning, and that's you this evening. Thank you for your attention and your time. Secondly, you want to connect with us. You can go to our website and book a call, an in-person tour, or a video tour. If you're too far away to come visit us, we're happy to do the tour over like Zoom or FaceTime or Google Meet. And then we'll figure out your location. We now ship across the USA and Canada. We've been to pretty much every US state minus Hawaii and North and South Dakota. And we're hopeful that we'll be actually doing Hawaii this spring and North and South Dakota as well. Then, of course, it's all about the build. You'll receive your build file, digital file from Bunkie Life right away. Gather your friends and family together and you get building. Or you can find a local handyman or handywoman to do some or all of the build for you, and we can help with that process as well. Now, the only thing left, of course, is to finish. If you want to insulate your roof or your floor, if you want to stain it, you want to paint it, you want to make it your own, you want to decorate it, that's all up to you. And the last step, of course, is enjoy. Now, in closing, maybe you're not quite ready. That's totally okay. But a lot of people are thinking, okay, well, if I was to break it down, I'm pretty handy. Maybe you're thinking, I can just do this myself. I can build it from scratch. Well, we have crunched those numbers for you, just for the sake of argument. And please also know that we've got lots of feedback from other clients and our clients who have tried and they've shared their results. Here's just a quick overview. So the numbers, let's say you have something like our Haven Ultra here. If you talk about the tailor-made interlocking windows, all the wood that goes into this bunkie, the handcrafted wood door, the screws, the engineering plan, the hardware, the 10 plus trips back and forth from the big box store, the 4 to 6, but probably more like 2 to 3 months, 4 to 6 months of timeline, plus 150 hours of planning, stress, problem solving, and building. And you're definitely over 20 grand. Whereas this kit is quite a bit cheaper than 20 grand. Now, maybe you're on the other side of the aisle and you're thinking to yourself, can I really do this? I don't consider myself a handy person. Well, some of our clients were nervous too, but here were their results.
But it was great, like everybody there, it's really funny because it's like talking to like your cousins or something, you know what I mean? Like everybody there was super helpful. Everybody was everybody's all in there.
When you say, well, call us if you need anything, it's real.
If we needed something, all we had to do was call.
We have loved our bunkie. Yeah, it's been a dream come true. We've been able to use it for so many cool things, hosting friends and family, even a wedding party used it as their like get ready space and photography space. We've been able to use it as an office and even a counseling space. So it has been amazing to have a place outside of our home. Our home is busy with 4 kids. They homeschool, so it's just always a full, loud place. So to have a separate space just right nearby has been amazing.
I really appreciated the Facebook group. They're very helpful. Decorating, colors, just what people put together. It's awesome.
The most difficult part was probably just deciding where to place it and how to place it on this little piece of our property that we felt like was the right spot for it. Just to decide like what angle. We were out here, my husband and I, probably for like a half an hour with like we used boards or something that were about the size of the thing and kept moving it to see like which angle. If you're looking out those 4 windows that we can like picture from the interior pictures you guys have put on, like what do we want people who stay here to like look out and see?
What was the most difficult part of the build? Honestly, nothing really. I mean, because I knew what I was getting into. You know what I mean? I know what a roof is going to be like. I know what putting a metal roof on is. You know what I mean? And especially because it's not typical. It's not like framed construction, right? So you have to be careful where you put your nails. You have to be careful where you put your screws. But really, there was nothing in the build that was unexpected.
I think the thing that I found appealing, because I grew up in my professional life not doing anything like this, right? I was a physician and surgeon, and while I did some things with my hands, it didn't involve construction. But I think it's about attitude and being curious and being enthusiastic about learning a new skill and not being too intimidated. And I would say this, and I think it's a fair thing to say, that this is not an overwhelming process.
And then the most rewarding part of the build is just looking at it, right? Like, holy shit, there it is. We put that thing up in 2 days. You know what I mean? That's a really, that's a cool feeling.
I think the most rewarding part is really watching a dream we had be realized. It really was just a dream that we could have a place to host people and have a peaceful place for people we love to come and retreat to. And it was a dream that we had no idea how it would take place. So seeing a giveaway and putting our names in the hat, feeling like it was a possibility for it to be ours. And just all the special moments that have come into putting this together with our community, with people we love. It's all been really special.
Another rewarding part is when I show people, they say, oh, you built the shed, and, yeah, I'll go see it. And they come back and they go, wow.
All right, well, I want to thank you for your attention and your time and for facing your space-related challenges head on. Our bunkies can offer a quick solution to adding space quickly, efficiently, and to start making connections with the people you love. Joining the Bunkie Life family means taking a step towards a better backyard experience, one that allows you to enjoy more space, more time, and more connection with your loved ones. Is this you? We're looking for a few good people. You're possibly looking to add extra space to meaningfully connect with your people. And if you check the following boxes, then we want to talk. Number 1, you have land. You're not thinking about buying land, you have land. You need extra space. You're ready sometime this year, in the calendar year of 2026, year of our Lord, 2026. And you understand what a bunkie is and isn't. A bunkie is not a tiny home, but a bunkie is awesome. So if that's you, I want to invite you to email me before the end of the evening. Bunkie Life, or David at bunkielife.com with the subject line sale. And anybody who does it before the end of the night, I've got an extra little special bonus for you. Okay? And then I will probably from there invite you to book some time with the Bunkie Life expert. You can call. You can do the in-person tour if you're close. We do show people through our factory in our little village of bunkies in Rockwood. Or we can do the same thing via a video tour. Okay? So once again, email David at bunkielife.com with the subject line sale, and we can set that all up. Okay? So if you're ready to start, david@bunkielife.com with the subject line sale. And if you email by the end of the night, there is a little extra bonus for you, okay? That is the entire pitch. Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Okay, let's keep her moving here, folks. We have a pretty epic prize that we're giving away, and I want to explain exactly what we're giving away, okay? So are we building the anticipation? Are we pumped? Let's do it. Okay, the prize is the Alcove 160 Bunkie with loft. We're actually giving away two of them. One, there's two names in here. One we drew from the American pile, and one we drew from the Canadian pile, okay? So that's the two prizes we're giving away. Let me just explain what is all included and not included in the prize. Okay, the Alcove Bunkie with loft. We're talking premium J-grade or Nordic spruce pre-cut notched wood. Tailor-made double glazed interlocking windows. Tongue and groove floors and roof decking. A handcrafted wooden door. Premium hardware, fasteners, etc. But here's what I may have neglected to mention. There are fully engineered structural plans included in the prize, with the snow loads, etc. Double glazed glass. Foundation plans. There's multiple different foundation plans. The preparation checklist, all the tools and everything you need. The roofing spec sheet. Two sets of build manuals, one for the people who just want a quick overview and some for the people that want every single detail. There's a 68-minute build video of my wife and a kid strapped to her building a bunkie. You have access to our toll-free build support phone line 6 days a week, including Saturdays. Exclusive access to the Bunkie Life Owners Group. Access to the Bunkie Lifer Connection Program. And I promise you, we will save you hundreds of hours of time. Okay, so that is the prize. But wait, there's more. The Alcove 160 Bunkie with loft is proudly made in North America. Okay, that is the prize. Are we excited? There's a few things I got to mention. Okay, this is the lawyerly stuff. I got to read it out. Okay, the lawyer told me to read this out. Okay, so important for the live stream. Potential winners aren't winners until we confirm them. So this is what the lawyer tells me to say. Before the draw, here's part of our lawyers make us say. Technically, we're drawing a potential winner, and they're not the official winner until the forms are signed. Why? Because lawyers. That's literally what the lawyer told me to say. Why? Because lawyers. So for those of you who are in last year's contest, we announced someone, they didn't actually qualify, so we had to redraw. I really hope that doesn't happen. We enlarged, we made the contest easier to enter and include, so it should be very unlikely that'll happen, but could happen. So I just want to be clear with that. So yeah, there are potential winners. That's who we're announcing, okay? And I also want to address, this happens every year. There's always sour grapes, bitter people in the comments. Let's just talk about that too. I'm gonna address that right now. Okay, number one, the gender of the person. People say, it's always a girl that wins. Well, that's just the luck of the draw. It's 50-50, and I think our audience skews a little more female, so it's probably more likely to be female. Second, location. It's just a random luck of the draw. There's going to be one for sure in Canada and one for sure in America. Beyond that, it's random. It's probably going to be someone from Ontario, realistically, because mathematically, we're from Ontario. Most of our followers are from Ontario. That's where we got our start. The first 5 contests were only in Ontario. So it's rigged. Well, it's not. Dave is ugly. Fair. And then the procedure. So this is how it's going down. Okay, this is how we're exactly announcing it. I'm going to announce it live. At the same time, Shannon is going to be emailing the 2 winners with her phone number. So if you're the winner, be frantically checking your email, and then there'll be a phone number. You got to call that number, and hopefully we can get that person live on the phone. Now, even if we don't get them on the phone, or persons, right? There's 2 of them. If we can't get them on the phone, they're still the potential winner. We're going to do our due diligence, confirm that they are in fact able to accept the prize, and we'll announce it on our website, blah blah blah, on our social medias and stuff. But hopefully we can get them on the phone. The last 14 contests, we've gotten them on the phone almost every single time except one. So I'm hoping we can do that. Okay, so that is the procedure. I read the lawyerly thing, and we're good to go. Okay. Let's keep building that anticipation. Also, I have prepared an emotional support video. I find it hilarious. Hopefully you will too. This is for all the people that didn't actually win. So this is my emotional support video for the people that didn't win.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified and then I see the look in your eyes. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. And we'll only be making it right. 'Cause we'll never be wrong. Together we can take it to the end of the line. Your love is like a shadow on me all the time. And I don't know what to do and I'm always in the dark. Living in a powder keg and giving off sparks. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Once upon a time I was falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do but total eclipse of the heart.
All right. The drum roll. Actually, okay, I can announce one at a time. So in the comments below, do you want us to announce the American winner first or the Canadian winner? Comment below, American if you want us to do the American first, or Canadian if you want to do the Canadian. Okay? And I'm gonna do it right now. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, people are saying American. I'm seeing American. I'm seeing Canadian. I'm seeing both American, Canadian. Okay. Also. Okay. All right. Let me just preface it once again. These are potential winners. That's why it's winner asterisks. They're potential winners only. We're gonna actually hopefully get them on the phone, verify them. Blah blah blah. Okay. I think I'm gonna announce the Canadian first. Just okay. We're announcing the Canadian winner first. Actually, I'm hoping I do this right. I can't just type it in. All right. The potential winner of the 2026 Winter Contest from Canada is Carol Ann Dalton. I believe from somewhere on the East Coast. We wrote down East Coast. Carol Ann Dalton, you have an email in your inbox. Find the phone number. Call us as soon as you can. My phone is on. Okay? And then congratulations to Carol Ann Dalton. Now, if you know Carol Ann Dalton from somewhere on the East Coast, call her, text her, get her on the phone, get her to call us, get her to check her email, okay? Congratulations. Potentially congratulations. Okay, now we're going to do the American winner, okay? The American winner. And I like how everyone's being a good sport in the chat, not being sour grapey. That's great. Okay. The American winner. Drum roll, please. Michael J. Dalpiaz. Michael J. Dalpiaz. You are the potential winner from the USA. So if you know Michael J. Dalpiaz, I'm probably butchering your name, get him on the phone. Michael J. Dalpiaz, we are emailing you. If we have your phone number, we might be texting you. I don't know though. But we want to get you on the phone as soon as possible. And I'm going to stick around answering questions. So everybody, it's tough, but you didn't win. But that's okay, because guess what? You can still be a winner by ordering a Bunkie today. Today. The contest is closed, but the winter sale continues. It begins, I guess I should say, okay? So the winter sale, it's on right now until February 12th. Best deals of the year. And if you want to get in on it, you want to find out the details, you can go to bunkielife.com/sale or email me with the subject line sale. All right. Fantastic. And then I'm just going to stick around. I'm going to be on Zoom. I'm going to be answering questions here in the chat. So if you have Bunkie Life related questions, that's what I'm here for. But I'm going to keep my phone with me, and hopefully we'll get the winners live. Some people are asking if you do when will you do the redraw? We will probably next week sometime. But hopefully there won't be a redraw. Hopefully we can confirm those two winners. Who were they? Let's just review. Carol Ann Dalton and Michael J. Dalpiaz. Okay, so let us answer questions. Maybe you have some questions about bunkies. I saw some earlier, but I want to, there's a lot of comments and a lot of really congratulatory comments, which is excellent. For some reason, we can't do the runner-up. We have to redraw it. That's what the lawyers tell me. So, yep. People saying, yes, it was still fun. Good luck finding those lucky people. I hope we find them tonight. That's my plan. Now, where are they from? I don't know where Dalpiaz is, but I think I wrote down East Coast for Carol Ann, because she had written something about the East Coast. Okay, but I know anyways. Okay, so if you have questions, that's what I'm here for. And if you want to join, you can join the Zoom call and actually join the live stream. So I'm going to invite you to do that if you have questions, or you can just chat them into the chat. People are saying congratulations, fantastic. Okay, great question, Adana. Can you add a bathroom? Couple different ways to do that. So a lot of people will do the bathroom bunkie, which is an add-on bathroom. It's like a separate little bunkie, micro bunkie kit. Or people add what we call the partition pack, which is like an internal wall system to add a little bit of space for a bathroom. Or people buy the alcove, which has its own little built-in side alcove. So those are the options, really. Okay, what state is Michael from? I don't know. I should have wrote that down, but it's not always clear based on the entry. So we'll hopefully get him on the phone and we'll ask him. Are you working on good options for installation? Well, that's a great question. Hold on. All right. I didn't get to it. Okay. Oh, I got a call. Hold on, I got a call. Hello?
Hello. Give me one moment. I'm going to put Carol Ann through.
Okay, thanks, Shannon. Carol Ann's coming through, folks. Carol Ann.
Hey, Carol Ann, I think I have you connected to David. Oh, okay.
Carol Ann, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, and I'm watching you on Facebook, but on mute.
Okay, that's a good move. Well, where are you from? Are you from the East Coast, or was I wrong?
No, you are correct. I'm actually living in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, fantastic. And is this your first time ever entering a Bunkie Life contest?
Oh my goodness. I would say I'm definitely from your original crew.
Whoa.
I've been doing this as long as you're doing it.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. Tell us a little bit about, I guess, why you entered. What would you be using the Bunkie for?
Oh my goodness. I've always kind of dreamed of having that type of opportunity in my backyard for a connection. And I'm going to be a little silly here. I always imagine it for tea parties and places to kind of just connect with my friends. As I aged and had a family, I always thought it as an opportunity just for anybody to go and have a little bit of solace to themselves, because there's always this busyness in life, and to have your own little sanctuary is something special. So I was actually out on my patio today looking out and going, where am I going to put it? And my daughter came out why are you out in the snow? Because I just had my slippers on, and I asked her, I said, where should we put it? And we kind of talked about it a little bit. So it's kind of always been in my mind, but now you're giving me the opportunity.
Well, I guess you've got it now. I want to congratulate you. Do you have any comments for the roughly a couple hundred people here on the live stream? Any like, how did it feel when you saw your name come up on the screen, and since you were watching it?
Oh my goodness. Truth, I started shaking. I called my children and my husband first because my husband's out of town right now. So I cried and shared with them first. And then I called Shannon, and I had checked the email when you said, refresh your email. And I had it in my hand and refreshed. Didn't see it, but I saw my name first, and my whole face and ears just turned red, and I couldn't believe it.
Wow. Awesome. Well, I am so excited for you. We'll be in touch tomorrow with all the lawyerly details and all that good stuff, and figure out the logistics of getting it to you. But congratulations. It's just wonderful to get, thanks so much for calling.
Yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity. And to the people who didn't win, one thing I did this year, and this was kudos to Dave and the marathon night just a few nights ago, when we were putting some money out to Ronald McDonald House. I did go out of my comfort zone, and I absolutely did private message some friends who I thought would love the opportunity to win the Bunkie too. And I posted it on Facebook, and that's normally not in my comfort zone. But I had a few anonymous, because you don't know who actually clicked on the link, but I had a few emails come in, and I was so pleased I got out of my comfort zone and shared it more and more. So I think that was the secret to my success, because I have absolutely been doing this since, I think, 2018.
Wow.
So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that, Carol, that you participated and stuff. And yeah, we'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Dave. Thank you, everybody. Good luck, and go buy your bunkies.
Yes, exactly. Listen to the lady. She knows what she's talking about. Awesome. Okay. Well, we got people joining the Zoom call, which is awesome too. And we're going to get to your questions. I see Michaela and Stacy and a few others. If you could just mute for a while, I want to make sure I get everyone's questions here. Very, very cool. The Newfies are the best people. They're some of the best Canadians. I'm not going to lie. I love Newfies so much. So that's like the one place I've never been to in Canada. I've been all the way to the East Coast, but not as far as Newfoundland. And I've been to the West Coast, but I've never been to, we got to go. I'm going to visit you guys. Props to Carol for being so calm. I would not be that regulated at all, even if you had some time to calm down before you received the call. Congrats, Carol Ann. I agree. Okay, people are asking some good build questions. We'll get to all the questions for sure. I hope we can track down, what was his name again? Michael J. Delpiaz. Hope we get him down. We're going to find that man. We're going to track him down. But okay, let us go to the Zoom chat. Is anybody on Zoom? Wait, hold on. Can you guys see us okay? Okay. Zoom people. Does anybody want to ask their question live? You are more than what I see. Michaela D, you're back on. Stacy and Kevin. Does anybody want to ask their question live? No pressure, but I'd love to have you. I welcome Lori as well. If you guys want to ask your question live, just give me a shout. Okay. And then if not, I can keep going to the questions in the chat. Do you know the snow bearing load? Yeah, so that's different for each. There's obviously lots of different Bunkie models. But they all have snow loads. If you email us, I can give you or Carrie most likely can give you the snow load for each one, but they're engineered for like pretty northern Ontario snow load, so they can handle pretty much like 98.5% of North American snow loads, if not more. How hard is it to keep mice out of the Bunkie? That's a good question. It's not, they are at the end of the day a Bunkie, but the cool thing about our kits is because they're a log cabin style, the outside wall is the inside wall. There's no like internal area for mice to kind of nest and get infestations happening. So usually mice are not a big issue with Bunkies. So just don't leave food out. Don't leave water out. That's the key. Okay. I'm seeing lots of great folks there in the Zoom. Lori, do you want to ask your question audibly? Do you want to, no pressure, but okay. Lori, do you want to pop it on the Zoom? But you can be the first one. She said, how much is the alcove? It is $24,000. I think it's $24,000 pricing's on the website, but it's on sale during our epic winter sale. Okay, so you can still be a winner by ordering a Bunkie. Check out bunkielife.com for all the sale prices. Okay. Kevin, people had more questions. Michaela asks, hey, how did you come up with the Bunkie? Dreaming in the night sketches, would love to know. So the Bunkie was originally just a solution for my own family's problems. We have a place in the country, needed a place for my parents to stay, and so that was kind of what initially inspired it. Okay. So people on the Zoom, feel free to jump in if you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing chats from the main chat. Cats in the Bunkie means no more mice. Yeah, that works. Bunkie Life, do you have remote customer service positions in America? We will soon. Probably. Someone was asking about, do you have are the prices in Canadian or US? If you go on the website, it should translate into your country's pricing. It should detect your IP and give you the right pricing. That's the answer. Do you include info for roof panels and trim? Yes, exactly. Included in your build manual, Darlene, there is a roofing guide. So like if you want to do shingles, here's how to do it. If you want to do metal roof, which I usually recommend, they'll be like, here's all the pieces you need. You print that out, you give it to a local roofing company, and you're good to go. Why don't you call the winner? Well, we don't mostly because we don't have their number. Sometimes we'll have people's phone number, but most of the time it's just emails. Who was the Canadian winner? It was Carol Ann Dalton. You mentioned a few options for foundations. Has anyone built a full foundation on their Bunkie? Yes, people have. People have done even like little basements. So it is possible. Do you have one level bunkies? Absolutely, Kim. If you go on our website, and let me do that real quick, there's a whole section on just like single level bunkies if you don't want a loft. So check out, I'm not sharing the right screen. Okay, check out our products, go to bunkies without loft. And all of these 8 models are like just single story bunkies, okay? Actually, I might just show you that page. So these are all the single story bunkies, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Great question. And anybody on Zoom, if you're feeling brave, you can just yell out your question. That's totally fine. The U.S. winner name was, again, Michael J. Dalpiaz. Okay. When do the sale prices go on the website? Just go to bunkielife.com/sale and they should be right there. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have all the individual product pages switched over within the next few minutes, hopefully, or at least by tomorrow. Great question. Are termites a problem with the bunkies? It's a great question, right? It's a wooden structure. What about termites? So there's lots of ways to mitigate termites. So far, no one's had their bunkies attacked by termites. Somebody had a woodpecker attack a bunkie last summer. So watch out for that. But that's, I think with termites and wood boring bees and that type of thing, you want to have, if you're in an area prone to that, you want to have something called bug juice on your bunkie. You add it to the stain. It's like an additive. It's kind of citrus based, and it will deter any type of bugs like termites, etc. Here's a question. How realistic would it be to combine a Rockwood 199 full loft and the summer cabin back to back in some fashion? Probably possible, Justin. The people have done things of that nature. A little bit of carpentry skills probably needed. So just a little bit of skills. All right. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody's chats. Welcome everybody on Zoom. Everyone's muted and their videos are off and you're being scared, but that's okay. I'm just going to grab Shannon. Shannon, I'm going to grab you. So we have the first person. You're going to break the ice here.
David?
Yes.
I don't know if you can...
I can hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Yes, I can. Can you hear us?
We do have Sammy Pritchett who would love to join in live.
Okay. Sammy, I'm going to throw you in live. My only request is please, please, please don't swear or take your shirt off. Okay. That's my only request. This is live. And we just, we're going for PG rated here. Sammy, are you on board? Let's do this, Sammy Pritchett. Okay. Sammy, we can see you. How are you? You look like a nice person. How are you?
Good. I even got my Ontario shirt on, just repping
Representing.
from the East Coast. Yeah. So my one question, and I've seen a couple as on the live stream from YouTube, are what do you guys do like career-wise? Like, is there opportunities to like work with your company? Is there, I have a personal business, like, is there, I saw some questions about like student opportunities part-time in the summer.
Yeah, that's a great question. So all of the above. If you want, I can share all the people off the top of my head we're hiring. Shannon is actually our head of HR, so she's probably got more. So we're hiring currently a managing director. So that's like kind of like COO kind of the company. That's our biggest one. We're hiring a sales manager. We're hiring 4 different sales reps. So an administrative person and 3 people who kind of call all the people that are messaging us. We are hiring a head of, I don't know what the technical term is, but it's basically IT person. And correct me if I'm wrong, we're hiring a financial controller. I don't even know what that is, but we're hiring that. Those are all that I can think of, and we're always looking for great people. So if you these are the qualifications of someone to be a Bunkie Lifer on staff. So humble, all in, go getter, permission to play, which means it's encouraged and totally fine to have fun while you're working your butt off, and then authentic and real. So if those are your values, we would love to talk.
Love it.
Yeah.
My other question, both my parents are from Newfoundland, so shout out Carol Ann, you're great. For like in Newfoundland, there's a lot of communities, I guess there are a lot of places, but specifically in Newfoundland that are like remote and obviously you can off-grid everything. What have you guys ever like developed like a community of bunkies like within kind of like a campground setting? I was just curious.
Yeah, so there's a ton of actually like in West Virginia, Virginia or West Virginia, there's like 13 bunkies that have kind of been turned into basically a little campground. There's like dozens of those kind of businesses, like campground style, or sometimes campgrounds that already exist will bolt bunkies onto their existing campground. And then in addition to that, there's some families, I can't divulge their exact location, but they've like kind of basically bought a piece of property and thrown up a family compound basically. Some of them are doing that legally. Some are doing that kind of like off the grid, if that makes sense. And it really depends on the area. Like I know in certain parts of, for sure on like Northern Ontario, they're what's it called? Unincorporated. So you kind of, not legal advice, but you can kind of do what you want. And I'm sure there's spots like that in Newfoundland as well. So yeah, it is doable. And, you just need to make sure that you're either on really great terms with your neighbors or you're in an area that nobody cares. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
It does. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being the first person, Sammy Pritchett, to it's not that scary, right? It was kind of fun. It wasn't too scary.
It's not that scary. I mean, I do Zoom calls every day, so
yeah.
If you're not used to it, it is a little scary, I will admit. But
yeah, fair. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing it. So, and like seriously, check out, and we always post our jobs on Indeed. So if you type in Bunkie Life and Indeed, all the open positions will come up.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Any other Zoomers want to jump in? People on Zoom, I mean, feel free to yell. And Shannon, I'm gonna sign you as the other guest. Shannon Steves. Have we heard from Shannon? First of all, have we heard from the American winner yet? Maybe she's on the phone with them. That could be true. Okay.
I have a question.
Oh, go for it, Julie. Can I put you on the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assign you, Julie.
Hey, I have not. I'm not sure if I'm coming through. Okay, I hope I am.
Yeah, we can hear you, Shannon. I'm gonna take Julie's call, but maybe try to see if we can dig up that guy's phone number.
Do you offer any kind of financing?
We have connections with financing companies. So the place to do that, Julie, is go to Bunkie Life. I'm gonna type this in for you, okay?
Yeah.
Hold on. bunkielife.com/financing. And then there is an application process. I'm told it does not ding your credit in any way. bunkielife.com/financing. Check that out. You can apply, usually get approved or not approved within like 5 minutes. And then they'll tell you what interest rates you might have to pay. So check that out. And that's kind of what some people choose to do as well.
Definitely check that out.
Awesome. Thanks for the question. Is there any other questions you have?
I have a question.
Fire away, Tammy.
If you win the bunkie, what's the delivery? Is it a cost for delivery when you win the bunkie?
I believe this time, so in previous years we didn't include delivery, but I think this year there's a $2,000 delivery credit. Don't quote me on that. I'm not the lawyer, but I think there is a $2,000 delivery credit, which should reach most people across North America.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Good question. All right. Okay. So we're still waiting to hear back from our American winner. We've talked to the Canadian winner. We're answering questions. We're live answering Bunkie Life related questions. What you really want to do, though, of course, is check out bunkielife.com/sale. Don't sleep on that because that sale's happening from now. It's officially on as of right now until February 12th. Okay. We got some great questions in the chat. Is it possible to expand any of your bunkies? Do you offer any kits to expand? So we do offer a little internal wall kit called the partition pack. But in terms of changing the dimensions of the bunkie, we don't offer that currently. Right now, we kind of are pretty much slammed 3 shifts going all the time making the current bunkies. And so we're not taking on any custom jobs right now. Okay. Does the bunkie package include roofing? No. It includes the wooden deck boards to the bunkie, but it does not include the finish on the roof. We include PDFs of how to order that locally. We just found there's so many options, so many color choices, so many different varieties of roof that it made more sense for clients to just order that locally, and we'll help you with that process. How would the bunkie handle Oklahoma wind and hail? So we do have a lot of clients in Oklahoma. In fact, let me just go to the map. Let's go to the map, the client map. It's the map. Okay, Oklahoma. So we got lots of folks crossing Oklahoma. This is a little bit old. There's more people since then. But you probably want to go with a metal roof in Oklahoma. I would fully recommend because I know it gets a little more intense. So I would say probably consider a metal roof there. But yeah. How easy is it to insult? You can insult a bunkie super easily, whisper in its ear, J-grade spruce, more like stupid grade spruce. So it's really easy to insult the bunkie. It'll get incredibly offended. Does the bathroom part need a compost toilet? Not necessarily. Some people put actual full-on toilets in their bunkies, or I'd say probably 85% of people don't put a bathroom in. But for those of you who do, you don't need to use a composting toilet. You can use an incinerating toilet. You can use an actual toilet. You can just put a bucket with a little seat on it, like old school. So all of the above are possible. Can you show the partition pack and how it works? Absolutely. Yes, I can. Let's go there. So go to Bunkie Life, our products, adjustable partition pack. So this is the part, this is like what it looks like, right? And it basically here's Carrie building one. So first of all, you gotta be super good looking, just like her. Just kidding. And then you put it together, just like basically like building a bunkie wall. And there's a special clips that clip it onto the wall, included in your pack. You pound it with a mallet. You keep going. You're gonna screw it, and you put that in. So cute. And then there's a roof. It's hard to see on this photo, but there's a roof on top. That's your partition pack. It's awesome. So that's an option for you there. Okay. Now, if you want to join this chat, you can be live, just like Sammy Pritchett, legendary Julie King, or Tammy. You can be live. So go to bunkielife.com/Zoom, and we'll let you in. Okay. Let's keep answering these great questions in the chat. Can you put 2 together? Absolutely. Go to our YouTube channel and check out some of the recent videos, like from last month. There's a couple of great videos about putting bunkies together. How easy is it to run electrical? Relatively easy. You might need it. Yeah. Would you do free shipping if I ordered 2 bunkies? Possibly, Craig. Depends on where you are and how tricky to get to, but let's talk. Show Nevada on the map. Let's go to the map, the client map. It's the map. There's Nevada, right? No, it's New Mexico. My bad. Utah, Nevada. There is some in Nevada. I think it's not the most it's not the most updated map, but I think there's a few in Nevada for sure. Okay. All right, people are joining the Zoom, and that's fantastic. Okay. My replies seem to be coming in quite delayed when I go off mute. Okay, well, just yell out things, Shannon. Okay, so Shannon says she's tried texting and calling Michael. No luck just yet. We're going to get him. We're going to get the man. Maybe he's working. Maybe he's got a job, guys. You never know. I went to the YouTube channel and your comment section isn't on. No, it should be on. I don't think we turned it off. Okay. Obviously, there are ever ongoing changes within Bunkie Life. Any new models being released or worked on behind the scenes? Obviously, Sammy, for sure. My wife's always got things on the go. I've ordered one for this summer. Awesome, Bill. Just wondering how many Bunkies you have sold in Idaho. Well, I don't know how many we've sold, but I can show how many we've delivered. So we got, can you guys see that? It's this many, plus probably a lot more because this is just what's been delivered and probably built. So there'll be more added to that. You'll be one of them, Bill. So congratulations. We're looking forward to serving you as a client. Very, very cool. Here's a cool question. What would you do differently with Bunkie Life if you were starting out today? We're at a good spot right now. I'm feeling pretty good with where we're at. There's something called EOS that I wish we had have done maybe like 3 or 4 years earlier, but that's just like a nerdy thing. Book called Traction by Gino Wickman. I read that book as part of this thing. It was been pretty good. But no, nothing dramatic, yeah. Okay, here's a great question. Do you have any plans to expand the factory into the U.S.? Spoiler alert, yes. I can't give any more details than that, but that is in the plans. Can you put a second floor bathroom on top for the loft? That would probably be tricky to do, Millipede. How long are you going to give the gentleman from the United States before he returns your call? First of all, he doesn't have to return our call. We're just hoping he will. He still is the potential winner. We got to touch base with him sometime in the next few days, and we got to determine if he is in fact eligible. But we'll let you know. If he's not, we will do a redraw. Carol Ann Dalton, the winner from Canada, sound pretty legit. Okay. Any thoughts on bringing back windows that open outward? Great contest. Good to see you, Tom Monks. You're the man, buddy. Tom
And he has
Monks, I'm a
7
huge
days
fan.
to get back to us.
Oh, they have 7 days to get back to us. Good answer, Shan. Thanks. Tom Monks, you're the man. I think Tom Monks is the first person to ever buy a Bunkie in America, if it's the right Tom Monks I'm thinking of. Absolute legend. Took a risk on a company in Canada. Just an absolute legend. Back windows that open. Do we ever have windows that open outward though? Anyways, I don't know if right now all the windows open inwards. You can flip them around technically, but it's not on the immediate roadmap, I wouldn't say. But for Tom Monks, I would consider doing it. Is Indiana represented on the map? Let's check it out. The map, the client map. It's the map. Indiana is right around here. Yep. Oh, for sure, Indiana. Oh, for sure. Look out there, Indiana. Okay. Are there more Bunkies in Canada? Definitely Canada. I mean, just because we got our start here. We only advertised in Ontario for the first 4 years. Then we advertised across Canada. And then just really very recently, we started advertising in the States. So we're new. Sale? A sale pricing posted? Yes. Go to bunkielife.com/sale. Thank you, Mindy Acker. Those are the kind of questions you just love. We love those kind of questions. Let's call that alley-oop. Boom. Thank you. Do you have plans to answer this question? Yes. Here's an idea, the Rockwood, with a partition pack connecting to the summer cabin, full slab support underneath the free. So rather than using a partition pack to section, inside it would. Okay, that's a great, cool idea. Email us. Email my wife. I don't do the product design. I just sell the Bunkies and I get excited. That's all I do. She's the genius behind the stuff. Have you ever thought about doing a Bunkie doghouse? Yes, we did do several doghouses as a cool experiment, and they did not sell. Nobody bought them. People saw them. They came to the factory. There's like 3 of them set up. Nobody bought one. I think the reason why is there's no more outdoor dogs. All dogs now are indoor dogs. So that's my thought. Do you have any Bunkies in Humboldt, California? I don't know exactly where that is, but email us, Millipede. We could probably connect you with someone close to you. if you would like to chat with David and you're live on the Zoom call, feel free to jump in. If you want to join the Zoom call, bunkielife.com/Zoom, join in, hang out with us. We're here for you. Okay. Here's a good question. Do you recommend placing the bunkie on a concrete pad or build a platform with a crawl space? That's fine. You can do either or. A lot of people just build the bunkie on screw piles or sonotubes or even just like gravel and some patio stones. There's lots of options. So, yeah. All right. Lori's doing some snooping for... Good job, Lori. Keep snooping around trying to find this winner. I can't find the sale on the website. When I search the link, nothing pops up. Did you type in bunkielife.com/sale? Let me just type that in for us. bunkielife.com/sale. So I'm going to bunkielife.com/sale. And it should auto-direct. Yep, see, it's going, see, boom, boom, boom. All the details, okay? So that's all you need to do. It should detect what country you're from, or where you're, it's going to detect what IP address you're using, so that's what it'll do. Can you build the ceiling lower so you have more room in the loft? I don't know. I don't think so. It's not really the recommended use case. What do you recommend for heating and cooling? It's a great question, Robert Luton. And I really like heat pumps, aka mini splits, ductless mini splits. They heat and they cool, and they're relatively affordable. We've got a Haven Ultra at our factory that's been heated and cooled all winter and summer with a really good heat pump, and it's been great. And there are heat pumps for northern climates that are quite efficient, even in like really cold temperatures. How are they in the winter? Which answers my this question here. How are they in the winter in northern Idaho? So it gets really friggin' cold in northern Idaho, so you would probably want to insulate the roof, insulate the floor, put in a good heat source, maybe even a secondary heat source. When will the 2027 contest start? Just curious. We don't know if we'll do them. To be honest, every year we go, do we really want to do this again? It's quite the lift for the company. So we may or may not do another one. This might be the last one. Hello, Tanglia's iPhone. Welcome. If you have questions on the Zoom, feel free to just interject as long as they are swear word free and no nudity. That's my two requests. And if you're brave, just let me know and I'll put you on the live stream. If you're brave. Okay. People got unbrave. Okay. How many have been delivered in Colorado? Quite a few. I know it's a pretty popular state. You guys just have a great, you got a good vibe up in Colorado. So yeah, quite a few, right? Here's Colorado. Can you guys see this? In the client map, it's the map. Now, a lot of these are like multiple dots. It's hard to see that, but there's multis. Okay. People keep asking about manufacturing in the USA. I mean, yes, the answer is yes. We're hoping to do that. Hoping to pull that off, but stay tuned. Oh, Troy says we use EOS. That's been awesome. Yep, we're a fan. Can you install a ridge vent in a summer cabin? Yep. Thank you so much for all the hard work and effort and Bunkie Life for putting in this contest. Congratulations to the winners. Well, that's a great sport there, Krista Martin. What a class act. We would love the windows to open outwards. Yeah, fair. Now people are like, when will the factory be built? Well, we don't know yet. Okay, we gotta seal some deals here. Okay, give us some time. How many bunkies have been sold since day one? It's 4,000 plus now. I think Dallas would be a good location for a bunkie factory. Cool. Any plans to make dual-purpose greenhouse / hang-up bunkie? That's a cool idea, Krista. I love it. Okay. Who won in the new USA? What was his name again? I'll tell you. His name was Michael J. Dalpiaz. Hopefully Michael J. gets his act together and gets on the phone. Okay. How many bunkies in New England? Now, I just learned, I was this year's old when I learned that New England is a region, not a state. So the New England Patriots there's no state called New England. So this is the New England area, up in the area of New England. I know it's roughly in this area, and there's lots of bunkies here. So there you go. The New England area. Because it's not a state. Okay. People on the Zoom call, you're being shy. Don't be shy. If you got a question, feel free to yell it out. Okay.
Oh, Troy says we use EOS. It's been awesome. Yep, we're a fan.
Okay.
Can you install a ridge vent for the summer cabin? Yep.
Cool.
Thank you so much for all the hard work and effort and Bunkie Life.
Oh, that's me. I'm gonna mute you. Okay. That was me talking. Okay, we're gonna keep getting to these questions here. If you got a real question though, then feel free to answer it or ask it rather. Do you have a few bunkies in Saskatchewan? Absolutely, Marie Roden. We do. So if you want to see them, we can connect you sometimes with clients, but book a call with us. We'll chat. Can we see the map for Michigan? All right. There's Ontario. There's Michigan. There's the UP. Boom. There's tons of bunkies there. It's probably our second or third most popular state. Love Michiganders. Was our entry still valid if we live in Canada but want it for... Well, the contest is closed. We have announced the two potential winners, Christine Maxo. Let's not get too... Yeah. Any bunkies in southern Manitoba? For sure. Louisiana and Mississippi on the map? Yes, they are. Bunkie Goat Shed. Okay, that's a good idea. All right. I'm going to get these questions. I'm hearing about steps. Is there a way to like fold them up against the wall and then take them down with a rail to build them? Yeah, you can build steps up to the bunkie pretty easily. Are there bunkies in Texas? For sure. Lots of bunkies in Texas. I want one in Vegas. We can make that happen. Dick, go biggie. What are the measurements in the loft from floor to ceiling? There's multiple bunkies with lofts, Craig. So email in or just go on our website. The specs should be on the individual product page. Someone had asked if the Alcove 160 could be built with a full loft. As of right now, no. The engineers have only given us a half loft on that one. Sorry, I'm on work at break. Who won from America? Michael J. Dalpiaz. Okay, we're still trying to get him on the phone if we can. But hey, we got the other person, which is great. America loves Canada. Thank you. Canada loves America for the most part. So, it's like big brother, little brother situation sometimes. The ultimate emotion is love. Do you have any in the province of Saskatchewan? Totally. Lots in Saskatchewan. They're technically not made to live in full time, but have your clients had success living in them full time? That's a can of worms you just opened up for me, JR Rustic Lather. Yes. Okay, here's a two-parter. Okay. Can I live in the bunkie full time? Question number one. Can I adapt? The bunkie's not a tiny home, but can I adapt a bunkie to be a tiny home? Can I build the necessary insulation and blah, blah, blah? Yes. That's the first part of the question, though. But the second question is, can you do that while remaining compliant with your local mafia? And the answer is, in most cases, probably not. I want to be upfront about that. The red tape, the bureaucracy of doing that is very, very restrictive, and a lot of people just stall out and are not able to do it. So the people that are living in their bunkies full time, they're usually doing it off grid, kind of secretly. Some might even say illegally. And that's how they're doing it. Or they're in like an area that's so kind of remote that nobody cares. So, will you do the client map? Okay, one more time. This is my last client map. I've got one more in me. The client map. It's the map. Kentucky. There you go. You know it's Kentucky. You look at the chef's hat is Wisconsin. Then you got the chef's head. And then he's carrying a pan, which is Tennessee. And in the pan is chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's a geography hack there for you folks. Do you need a permit to put a bunkie in your backyard in Seattle? Have you sold in Seattle? So many in Seattle, guys. It's a very popular. Washington State generally is pretty popular. So, I mean, you definitely do your homework, but in most cases you don't, as long as it's not too big. I had fun participating and learning about the contest. I hope you do this again. Cool. Well, thanks for that kind word. How many bunkies in Northern California? Lots. I'm not going to the map anymore. I have a bunkie factory in Kentucky. Maybe. I need bunkies in South Carolina. Totally. How long does the American winner have to claim his bunkie? We're giving everybody 7 days, and then we're going to redraw. Okay. Oh, there are some bunkies in Florida, less than most other states because of the wind. We don't yet have a hurricane rating. So we have some bunkies, like there's one in Jacksonville for sure and a few other places, but they're kind of like, yeah, off grid, I think, or off the radar. I don't blame you for not running the contest again, but it's so fun getting to know the company and you. Your family has been a pleasure. Well, thank you very much, Ashley Mills. Hey, aside from the contest, just wanted to let you know your voice rocks, dude. Loved your song. Thank you. That's very kind, Bruce. I missed if I can add a partition kit to my Haven Ultra. Yes. Cost to add to my order, I think it's $2,000. Zoom is not working very well. Sorry, dude. I think it's your Zoom, though, sir. I don't see anything about HVAC. In Alabama, looking to get some lake property with 2 other families. Yeah, so you're going to want to definitely probably put a heat pump, or sorry, a mini split air conditioning unit if you're in Alabama, because it is hot. So air conditioning, it's like Texas. You need Texas, yeah. All right. If I can't get to Ontario to check out the showroom, can I connect with a Bunkie's customer in Maryland? Yeah, probably. And can we just email me, George, and we'll make something like that happen, okay? Can you add insulation? Yes, you can. So I want to reiterate one more time. We have an epic winter sale. It's on now until February 12th. Please, please, please email me with the subject line sale, okay? That's how you get the ball rolling, and we only have a few short days ahead of us. Okay. What's Shannon's email address? Just Shannon, SHANNON at bunkielife.com. Okay. What's the biggest decision that had the biggest impact on... Oh, that's a great... Okay. What's the design decision that had the biggest... So obviously, if you're talking about us as a company, like obviously good roof, like nice big roofs, that's the biggest factor. And if you're talking about yourself as a client, put on a good quality wood stain, get it up above the ground. So don't sit it right on the ground because wood tends to actually absorb moisture and rot from the bottom up. So get it off the ground. That's what all the old 150-year-old log cabins did, off the ground. And then really good roof, really good stain. They'll last, I don't want to say forever, but they'll last a long, long time. For durability, longevity, that's the key. Do you have any owners in Arizona? I believe we do. Mark, email me. But here's my thoughts. First, book a call with us. Let's chat. Let's make sure it's the right fit, the right timeline, all those things. Let's make sure you're eligible to buy a Bunkie. And then, and only then, let's connect you with a client. Because otherwise, we don't really want like tire kickers kicking the tires of random Bunkie owners across the nation. We want serious people having a final like, oh yeah, that's good. Let's do it. That's what we're going for. Okay. The winner was announced. I'm having dreams with Michael J. Delpiaz name ringing through. Do you take the guitar in the factory and entertain the employees? Not that often. They have work to do. Okay. Would Bunkie ship outside the Americas? Probably one day, but as of right now, we're hyper-focusing on Canada, the USA. That's our focus. That's our only focus. Oh, here's a great question from Christy Cook. I don't know if this has been asked. With a solid foundation, are these treehouseable? Can we add windows? Yeah, you can add windows. You can make them into a treehouse. You can attach them to people who've done treehouses. Yep. All right. I was disappointed it wasn't me. Sorry for your loss. Oh, here's a good question. Do you need caulking or glue between the wood? So the wood interlocks like tongue and groove like this vertically. So there's really no need for any caulking along the edge of the boards. But we do recommend on the corners of where the logs interlock, on the very corners, we do recommend a seal there, like a Permachink Energy style seal. What's the most amount of entries you receive from someone trying to win a Bunkie? I don't know, Kevin, but it was over 5,000 for sure. Is shipping including the cost? No, but we can usually get a Bunkie to most places across Canada and the USA for quite a bit less than you might think. So email us and we can get you an exact quote. How many employees do you have at Bunkie Life? We're at 50, soon to be 55. Giving away a Bunkie is still cheaper than advertising on TV. Hope you're still doing it in 2027. Cool. Well, thank you for that advice. Might be. Love the promotion of your company. Do you have any third-party companies you recommend? Oh yeah, totally. For a spiral staircase, I don't know about a spiral staircase, but we should look into that. Hopefully we'll have someone we can recommend. We just don't like to attach our name to something unless it's like, we know it's good. How did you come up with the name Bunkie? We did not come up with the name Bunkie, Joey. There is a category called Bunkie in Ontario. It's been a thing for probably 40 years. Bunkhouse became Bunkie. So it's very much an Ontario kind of name. Hi, this is George. I won't show my name on the Zoom. I have land ready to go. I won't be able to make it to Canada to check out the showroom. Can you connect me with a Bunkie owner? Well, okay, we can, but I would first suggest go on our website, shoot us an email, George, and let's do at least a Zoom call or a call, and let's connect first, and then from there, we can definitely connect you with a client. Okay. All right, these are really good questions. Emailed you shortly after the live stream. Awesome, thank you. Okay, does anybody on, okay, I see there's still people in the Zoom call, which is awesome. Anybody in the Zoom call want to yell out a question? Feel free to do that. You're absolutely welcome to do that. And if you're on the live stream, watching on YouTube or Facebook or, God forbid, LinkedIn, feel free to chat your chat question as well. And I'm tracking. Are bunkies able to be disassembled if they need to be moved? Okay, so yes, they can be disassembled. It's less fun than building in the first place. We actually built a bunkie for a television show filming. We built it for the show, and we tore it down, and we actually delivered it to one of the hosts from the show the next day. So it is doable, but as you're building it, make sure you don't screw the screws in so deep you can't find them. So there's little tricks to make sure that you can unbuild it later. Okay. One more foundation recommendation. It depends on your soil, but you can go anywhere from, patio stones to concrete, earth screws. There's probably 4 or 5 different options included in every Bunkie's build kit. There are a full foundation set of ideas to choose from. We're conducting a full.
Has anyone?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Has anyone ever put it on a trailer to be moved?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends on what you mean by trailer, Julie. So I can think of a couple campgrounds that have bought bunkies and they put them on a trailer because they wanted to move them in and out of campsites and move it within the property. That's totally fine. If you're thinking throw a bunkie on a trailer and drive it down the road RV style, probably not, because that's
Right.
too much motion. So if you're just I need to have the ability to shuffle it down the road locally, probably okay. But they're not really made to travel on the road, for long distances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm just thinking I have a piece of property where in the summer I would want it down by the river, but I would want to bring it uphill during the winter.
Yeah, I think you can totally do that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just take it nice and slow and strap it down nice and good.
Yeah. I would want to keep it on it, not have to.
Yeah, for sure. I like that idea.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Lori Wester on the Zoom call is doing investigation into this guy that won the bunkie, or that potentially won the bunkie. Hilarious. Okay. Are there extra things to do in the U.S. desert? Good air conditioning. Good. You got to insulate the roof for sure to keep the sun off it. Yeah. You spelled the USA winner wrong. No, I think you spelled them right. I've been watching since 70:45 and I've not heard who won. I think I just announced it 14 times, but I can do it again. Here's the 2 potential winners. Carol Ann Dalton from Canada. Michael J. Dalpiaz from America. Those are our 2 potential winners. We've got one of them on the phone. We're hoping to get Michael tonight. You should really do a Bunkie Life reality show. That would be so awesome. I agree. Come on, Chip and Joanna. Get your act together. How often do you have sales? Not that often, Wendy Long. Any sales happening after income tax refund time? See, that's the thing is the spring is a very busy time for us, so we don't do a lot of sales during the spring. And then we might have a summer sale, we might not. So we did a pretty big Black Friday sale. And then this is the sale. But here's the cool news. Let me just break it down, guys. Okay, You didn't win the contest. You need to get over that emotionally, okay? You need to find a way. And you can buy a bunkie now, right? And you put down a deposit, but you don't have to get the bunkie until the spring, the summer, the fall even, right? You can just seal the deal, get it locked in, and then after tax season, actually receive the bunkie, okay? It's totally fine. So no pressure, but I'm just going to tell you, this is the best pricing you'll ever see for the entire year. That is my promise to you. And you don't have to take delivery right away. I want to emphasize that reality. Okay. Let's go back to this Zoom call. Any other Zoomers want to Zoom? Thank you, Julie King. Is there any other questions you have, by the way? You good? Okay. If you want to join this Zoom call, if you want to be like cool person Julie King, you can join the Zoom call. Look, she's waving. She's in the show here. Then feel free to go to bunkielife.com/Zoom. We'll get you right in. As long as your shirt is on and your language is PG rated or better. That's my only request for you. What features are clients asking for now more than when you started? Asking your lawyer. Shannon is not my lawyer. She kind of is, though. Will you let us share new features coming to Bunkie? I can't share new features because I don't know what's going on. My wife is the real feature pusher, and I just say slow down. Let's just sell what we already have. That's kind of the dynamic we have now. David yeah. All right. This was one of my favorite contests to participate in. Thank you. If you don't hear from Michael, how do you pull another name? How long does he have? He's got a week. He's got 7 days. A Magnolia plus Bunkie Fusion would be sweet. Anyone have Chip's number? I don't have his number. Can you or do you have a reference to secondary supplier, ladder, small cook? So yeah, we have tons of references on all those little products for you, Hal. We also have a really great Bunkie Life for Facebook group. So it's very busy, very active. There's over 2,200 people now. Super busy. So check that out. All right. Let me keep going. I'm over not winning, but I'll need to work for you so I can afford to buy a bunkie from you. Okay, well, come work for us, Joey. Any financing options? Absolutely. Go to bunkielife.com/financing. The add-on room is actually called an alcove. The model overall is called the alcove. You can't just bolt them on. Apparently, that's what the engineers tell us. So the alcove bunkie itself is engineered together as a complete unit. Do the windows have screens? Yes. And all the models except the summer cabin, they come with screens pre-installed. Okay. Anybody on the Zoom chat that want to yell something out, you feel free. I know you're all doing your deep diligence on that guy, but feel free to jump in, yell out. That's cool. And I'm going to keep answering questions. Hold on. What is the employee discount? I don't know if Leanne bought a bunkie. Shannon, you got a bunkie. You got a pretty good deal. But I don't think that's not public. Okay, hold on. I see you there on Zoom. Is it okay if I pipe you over?
Would that be me you're talking to, David?
Yes, sorry, I don't see your name. Oh, Lori, sorry, I do see your name. Okay, Lori, I'm going to put you over. Cool. Just give me 1 second there, Lori. Trying to find you. Where are you? Hold on. Struggling. What can I see? Okay, well, just you can just talk. We can hear you. Go for it.
Okay, so a couple of questions. First would be how often when is the Bunkie Life, whatever you call it, reunion, so that I can plan for that?
Oh, when we do the barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that usually happens every September in Ontario. And then we do tours at the factory not Monday. We do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you want to come by any of those days, like any week, fine. And then once a month, we'll have a more kind of generic open house, once a month-ish. And then that big barbecue happens in September.
Okay, and is the barbecue for the Bunkie Lifers or is it
It's
for like
everybody.
anybody?
It's for everybody. So
Okay.
it's a lot of Bunkie
Okay.
Lifers that have like bought a Bunkie, but it's like the mayor came out one time from Rockwood. It was a pretty big deal. Yeah, it's just like a big, huge, like massive barbecue. It's like 600 people come, and it's good. It's a good time.
Okay. And then my second question was you answered the one about adding a partition wall if I needed in the Haven Ultra. I actually, that was the wrong one. I bought a Hideaway, the
Oh, a Hideaway.
199 square foot one.
Yep.
Can you get a partition wall for that one?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. The partition pack pretty much works with any Bunkie, but it really works well with that one. That's a great, like,
Okay.
yeah. The one at the factory, we have a Hideaway 159 there, and it's got a partition pack in it. It's great. Works really good.
Okay. Well, I already bought it. So what I got is wood heater, which is the better for the wood for preservation.
So the wood burning stuff tends to dry wood out. But then if you have a sauna, you might be adding moisture back in. So you're probably okay with that. That's why a lot of times the old Finnish saunas had wood burning stoves, right? Electric is a little more moisture neutral, but I'm not an expert in saunas, so I don't think I could really I don't want to like speak out of turn. I think it's going to be kind of keep doing your research on it, but I think either way is fine unless you're, like you're going to air it out after you're done. So I think you're going to be fine either way.
Okay. And last question, Dave, is I put it in the chat is when are you and your family coming out to BC to stay at the Contented Goat Farm and Apiary with us and our bunkies?
So we went to the East Coast this year. It was the best trip ever. We met everybody, went through Quebec and went all the way to visit Bunkie Land in Nova Scotia, and it was awesome. So hopefully, if I can talk the kids into it again, it'll be hopefully this year. But no promises because we got a few other irons in the fire. So yeah, we'd love to come.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you chatting. All right, folks, we got more chats I'm going to get to on the chat, but hey, it's been a wild, awesome experience. We've had dozens of people commenting, and I am very excited about this summer. So once again, the Bunkie Life winter sale, it's on right now. It's going to be ending, though, very shortly on February 12th, which is, I believe, a Wednesday night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be all done. The amazing deals will be over. And so don't sleep on that. If it's something that you need to do this summer, if it makes sense for this spring or fall even, then please pull the trigger for the sake of you, your family, and your meaningful connections with each other. That is my strong. Some people are asking more questions. The loft looks like it won't allow a larger size due to the beam sticking through the wall outside. I don't understand the question. Sorry. Can you share how many entries the potential winners had? No, because it wasn't.
Hey, David, we do have somebody over on Zoom whenever you have a minute that wants to jump in.
Who is that? Oh, I see an iPhone. I'm going to try to throw you in here, iPhone. Give me 1 second.
It's George under iPhone, the purple iPhone.
Yep, I see you, George. I'll try to add you as the guy. Okay, hold on, George. Is that you, George? Yes, gotcha. How's it going, George? I think you might be muted, sir. Oh, wait, we can't hear you because you got to unmute.
Hear me okay?
Gotcha. Turn your video back on. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. Okay.
There we are. Awesome. Yeah, sorry. It wouldn't allow me on with my name for some reason. So my real name is not iPhone. That's why I kept having to type in my name in the chat. First of all, just wanted to thank you. It's been a great learning experience over the last couple of months. My wife had sent me a couple links for a bunkie. Gosh, it was like middle of last year. We had purchased some land in the Catskill Mountains in upstate New York from an old family friend who just got too old and he couldn't maintain the land. So we got it about a year and a half ago, and it's got, electric, and it's all good to go for kind of exploring. I have 2 little kids, so we're starting to kick around different ideas. And, the bunkie option had come up through my wife. She sent it to me, and really getting to, I guess, know the culture and everything through the contest. Really, I had I had followed you guys on Instagram, and it's just really so many cool different options. Really excited to plug in through the side. What's the best way do you recommend to maybe get power upstairs? Because the idea is to have the loft as like a sleeping area for the kids, and not that they'll need a lot, but just just like lighting or maybe a fan or something like that. What do you recommend is the cleanest, best way to get power from the main port up?
Okay, so there's the cleanest best way, which is probably hire a proper electrician and run like surface mounted conduit.
Right.
Then there's the Scottish way. I'll share the Scottish way of doing it. Okay, so this is what I do.
Let's hear it.
Okay, this is the Dave Fraser way. So you're in US. So I'll do the Amazon.com. So I think it's called the NoCo plug. This thing right here. It's like $15. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see that? Okay.
Yep.
And then there's one with so basically what this does, you drill a little hole in the side of the bunkie. You might want to do one up in the loft too, and then you kind of hide basically you would plug an extension cord into. See if I can show you a better view of it. So see like it's like a seal. That's a really good photo right there.
Yep.
Right. So it's like a full weatherproofing seal. So you basically just drill a little hole in the side of the bunkie, pop this in, screw it in, and then on the inside of the bunkie you get a female cord. So this is all my bunkies are basically this. Super cheap, and then my bunkies are basically, connected to the house via a $25 Costco extension cord.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, that's probably not necessarily like the electricians among us are probably cringing right now, but it does work pretty good. Just make sure you're doing it safely, and it's super cheap. And then I just run everything off power bars or. Just how like lamps, like you don't necessarily need like a full on like light switch dynamic.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be there. We would be there. It would be a place where we kind of go as a family. My kids are still small, so it beats just camping.
Yeah.
In a tent and at least for us, my back isn't as good as it is as it was sleeping out on on sleeping bags and air mattresses and stuff. So we want something a little bit more stable. In regards to foundation, I do have a stone pad that I had already put in there with ideas to maybe, put a camper there, which we have a camper there now, but we don't really want that to be long term.
Yep.
It's great. It's fine. It works for now. But if we were to put a bunkie right on top of the stone pad, is that something that could be an option, or would you recommend another layer there?
No, I think if as long as it's like pretty level-ish, like we'll say 98% level.
Yeah.
So the kit itself is going to come with these pressure-treated floor sleepers. So you put those down. If you can screw them into the stone pad, that'd be awesome. Like use a Tapcon kind of concrete level drill. Then I think as long as it's level, you can kind of build up from there.
Okay. Perfect. And one last question. Sorry, I know you've got others here on the call. With the alcove, with that little extra spare room, is that pretty much recommended as more of a bathroom space, or can you put a bed in there, or would it be a little too tight in that little alcove area?
The measurements are on the website, but I think if you're going like kids, I think you can throw. Shane, can you throw a little kid's bed in there? I feel like you definitely could. It's pretty big. Jen?
Yeah, certainly you can. And especially when I walked in there, even like a crib or a playpen for sure you could throw in there.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out the best use of space with children and
and you could
some living area.
You could probably custom build some bunk beds in there too, to like relatively like simple camp style bunk beds with like a little mattress like that.
Yeah,
and stack them because it's surprisingly high in there too. Like it's got a pretty good height.
Is it?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'd love to. I wish I could make it up there and see you guys and walk around and check them out. But I did email you in regards to maybe doing a walkthrough or
like a Zoom tour.
Maybe connecting with someone locally potentially down the road.
Cool.
Just to check it out. It's always good to see the space if you can.
Yep.
But yeah, we're thinking like bathroom, extra space because my kids are little, so when they go to bed, Mom and Dad want to sit out and just have a beer and just hang out sometimes and not have to worry about them. So if the alcove you think could potentially work, slide the door closed, go upstairs, whatever. But Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it's such a cool product. I know I can't speak to having own one, but I see just driving around in the Catskill Mountains, there's so much potential in that market because it's very ski, campy, hiking. It's out there. So definitely look forward to potentially linking up with you guys at some point. So
Awesome.
thank you
Hey,
for the call.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you joining in.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. All right. Well, this has been excellent. I love when people jump in and ask the questions live. Makes my night.
Can I answer a question?
Yes, you can. Pop in, Melissa. I'm gonna hold on.
So one of the things I hear a lot of people asking about heating with a wood stove.
Yep.
I live in a 120-year-old house, and we heat the entire almost 2,400 square feet with a single wood stove in our dining room. Obviously, we have a wood house, so what we do to combat all of the dryness is we run a massive humidifier all the entire time that we run our wood stove. And we just have a really small one. It's like a 3-foot by 3-foot one. Pops right into our chimney. Chimney goes up through our second floor. Our house stays about, and don't laugh, but it's like 78 to 85 degrees in here all
Okay.
winter long. It's
So
amazing.
you're like a native Floridian living north, essentially.
When the kids were home, they used to run around in their shorts, and people would think that we were crazy. But no, you can have a very, very small wood stove to heat a bunkie, and don't get crazy and buy like a big one. Just get one of the little box stick ones, and I think that would be perfect. Just run a really good humidifier.
That's actually a really great point, Melissa. So we heat our house in Canada with a wood stove too. And so we had this little like kind of kettle that we'd put on top, and it would just always have water and always kind of steaming water. That's one way to rehumidify the air as well. And like year one of Bunkie Life, this is before I knew what I know now. Some people bought like a weekender bunkie, like a smallish bunkie, kind of medium-sized bunkie, and then they rocked in like a full-on wood stove. And to Melissa's point, like that's way too much heat for a little bunkie. It was like they had to keep the windows open and the doors open. So like right sizing the wood stove to like the heat source to the bunkie is important. So there's a couple companies. There's one called Cubic Mini Wood Stoves. They're on our website under add-ons. They're from Quebec, and there's one in America. I think they're made in America called tinywoodstoves.com. Those are both worth checking out because you don't need a honking huge thing for a bunkie. You just need like smaller is kind of better. So that's really great advice, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Yeah, if you can put a piece of wood that's more than 8 inches long and 2 inches wide into a stove and a bunkie, your stove is too big.
Yeah. All right. What is your number one supplier for lumber, windows, and doors? So we make our own doors and windows for the most part. So we just use for the windows and doors, we're using a variety of suppliers, like kind of individual suppliers, mostly locally-ish. But we also buy our lumber primarily from British Columbia for our Canadian market. So like there's a couple of mills we really like in British Columbia, and we'll also buy from Ontario and Alberta, or even the East Coast if it makes sense, but usually it's primarily BC. And then for our American exports, we need to use Nordic spruces, like European spruce, similar quality as J-grade spruce. So that's kind of the like like 75% of our, no, probably more than that, like 85% of our product is like the main spruce wood is. So, and then there's little things like for like the trim around the windows and stuff, it might be other wood, but generally we source it all from a couple of mills. Does that answer your question, Kevin? I wasn't sure if that was what you're getting at, but yeah, we have three with lumber. It's like you got to be always teasing everybody, and like you can't use one supplier. Otherwise they hose you. It's a bit of a cutthroat industry, to be honest. So we have 3 or 4. We always kind of give a little bit of the work to. Otherwise you get fleeced. So, and if anybody has any tips of how to get cheaper wood, I will make it worth your while. Okay.
David,
yes,
make me your BC depot rather than Houston, BC, and I'll work with my local wood supplier here in Prince George, buddy.
If you got a good J-grade supply, so the problem is we buy this like really high. It's called J-grade. 98% of it goes to Japan. It's like that level of like it's got to be perfect, right? And so we have to it's like a dogfight to get that stuff. And so it's like, does the mill even make it? Like, do they, you know what I mean? That's the biggest problem that we find. So
yeah,
if you got a guy
Prince
or a
George
girl.
is the wood mill capital of BC. So
Okay, I might
but,
send you over there.
I have to go because I still have farm chores to do, but I wanted to thank you personally, and I wanted to do a shout out to Tatiana and to Brittany and to Bree, Bryn, who were amazing to work with when I contacted your company. You have a fantastic set of staff. So all the best to you, and I got to sign out now.
Okay, awesome, Lori. Thank you so much, and I agree with you 100%. So thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. These are awesome questions. Well, I think I'm getting the vibe that we're wrapping things up here, folks. I'm going to say one more thing. It's been a pleasure. It's been an actual slice. You know what the drill is. We'll see you next year if you're just here for the free stuff. But if you want to get a bunkie in your life, we're excited to be selling these products all across North America. This is our really the time where we book our entire spring and summer. So get in while the getting's good, because things by next month or the month after might be completely booked up. So I'm going to close. I recorded something, but I want to reiterate the winter sale, which closes on February 12th. So don't sleep on it if it is something that's going to add value to your life. And so thanks for participating in the contest. Thank you for sharing it, for getting the word out about our little family business. And we will keep you in the loop of what's going on. I'm going to close off with this. Yeah, go. People say, I'm going to be looking at the sale. Kim, go check it out. bunkielife.com/sale, or just email me. And do it before you go to bed tonight. Shoot me an email before you go to bed tonight, so you've got the wheels rolling and you've made a commitment, okay? It's been a real pleasure for me as well. I'm gonna close out with something I recorded this afternoon as a quick little kind of continuation of the story, and have a fantastic evening, everyone. Thanks for participating. All right, so here's a glimpse of what you can experience when you book a tour of the Bunkie Life factory and showroom. Today, we had a wonderful girl named Michelle come in as she's been looking at a new bunkie for her family cottage. We broke down to start her situation. What is she looking for? What does her family want? And to see which bunkie might be the perfect one for her. We then gave her a glimpse into the work through the factory as we threw on some safety glasses and went and saw how the world's best bunkie is actually made right here in Rockwood, Ontario. After that, we got to show her how easy it was to really build a bunkie, showing her how the pieces go together and how it's just like building a kit of Lego, but with wood. Finally, we showed her a couple different options from the Rockwood to the Hideaway, as she got to see and experience the bunkies for herself and choose what's best for her and her family's cottage. If you'd like a similar experience, you can book your own tour at bunkielife.com/tours. I know you can physically come here to the factory if you want to see us in person, or we can do the exact same experience virtually over Zoom or FaceTime. We look forward to connecting with you either way and can't wait to meet you. That wasn't what I was talking about at all, but I'm glad we have that too. If you got feedback on the contest, go to bunkielife.com/feedback. The good, the bad, the ugly. I would super appreciate you sharing any feedback you have. All the sale prices should be there. Okay. All right. So go to bunkielife.com/sale to get all the sale prices, and we'll update the website first thing tomorrow. This is my final sign off. Thanks for taking the time, and we'll see you again soon. I'm blown away that I get to lead 50 awesome people in our little family business. I'm blown away to have served over 4,000 families and sold over $50 million worth of our little tiny bunkie cabins all across North America. But most of all, I'm blown away that I get to be Carrie's husband and Evie, Hope, Declan, Owen, and Hannah's father while doing it. But what you might not know about me is that I almost didn't start Bunkie Life at all because I was too scared. It was 2015. I invested my entire life savings to try and grow our little wedding entertainment company. I had a young wife and a young child that depended on me. Carrie's parents and my parents both lived about 3-4 hours away, and I was traveling and performing most nights of the week and working my butt off. We used to have this little envelope system that said groceries or repairs on it. And a lot of times there were more repairs to do in that month than there were coins in the little envelope. I remember in particular one cold February night. I just played my regular Tuesday night pub gig until about 2 a.m. I'd packed my gear up, gotten my pay in cash, and I had driven the 35 minutes roughly home. And as I opened up my car door, the wind just blasted my face. I'm talking about the kind of cold that makes your snot freeze and your face hurt. And somehow the money I had in my pocket blew out. And I saw multiple $50 bills just start whipping away. I tried to grab them, but the wind was so strong and they just flew. And now I was shaking. Not because I was cold, but because I had to tell my wife, the love of my life, the mother of our young child, that I had just lost half of our money. Her face was wide. The color was drained from her face and it was twisted in anger and confusion. And in that moment, I just felt useless. Was she going to flip out? Was she going to remind me of all the other times I'd failed? Was she going to leave? And it was in that lowest moment that my wife gave me a great gift. She said, David, it's just money. We'll get through this. We'll figure it out, and we'll be okay. Now, I always speak about my mom texting me, David, I want to come over and visit my grandbaby, but I can't sleep on the couch anymore. Build me a bunkie. And that is definitely a true part of the story. But what I haven't shared is that she didn't just complain. She also gave me the money for the materials for the very first bunkie. And my dad and Carrie's dad and mom drove up and helped us build the thing and work out all the kinks. And Carrie didn't just say, hey, we'll figure it out. She also was right there beside me building. Without these people, I would have been too scared to even start. So this experience and going through it has taught me 3 lessons. Number 1, nobody is a self-made man. We all need help from each other. 2, sometimes all you really need is for someone to believe in you. And thirdly, the best and most important things in life really are free: family, love, respect. So maybe today you are the person who, just like me, has a dream, but you're too scared to make it happen. You've been beaten down by life and you're too scared to get up and try again. Well, I'm living proof you can get back up. You can ask for the help you need, and you can try again until you succeed. But maybe you're more like my mother, my father, or even my wife. You've got someone right next to you that's struggling. I just want to let you know you have the power to change their lives with just the tiniest bit of encouragement. And you might not know it, but your belief in them could make all the difference. In closing, we won't be here forever. So go out there today and do what you need to do and say what you need to say while you still